Right, everyone. Oh, this is spicy. Got some popcorn chicken. Very nice. How are we doing? When I leave the US, came back a few days ago. Still jet lagged though. Went to sleep at 6 AM this morning. I thought I was going to miss the race, but we're not. We're here. Welcome, Hans. Got the McLaren shot. I can't open this water. Try and open this water here. Struggling. Struggling. Welcome, Anki99. Is the sound on? Is the sound good? Got an absolutely packed day for you today. You can see the standings there. McLaren are back, maybe. Welcome, Need Address. Need Address, you must be... You're jet lagged even though you haven't been flying. How are you doing? Yeah. I'm all set up here. I've got food. I've got water. Got the feed. We've got the standings. We've got the map. We don't need the live weather radar today because I've got live weather view right here out of my window. Kind of mixed. Clouds and sun. Welcome, Vlatka. Welcome to the bot as well. Hello to the bot. Good to have you with us. Silverstone GP, by the way. Strategy. In fact, I'm going to look up strategy for the race. Let's see what is the predicted strat. British GP strategy. Here we go. Chris Medland, he's a journalist. A hack. Got to deal with all this cookies stuff. How do I just do the cookies? Aren't cookies just the most frustrating thing? My schedule's good though. Be making a lot of videos. We've got a premiere today. Oh, you have to sign up to F1 Unlock to read it. Let's look at last year. Wow, 2 stops. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be 2 stop. Are people going to use the softs? Have people used up the softs in qualifying? We will see. F1technical.net. Apparently Pirelli's gone for extremely high starting pressures. Remember we had those issues a few years ago with the tyres exploding? Weather will play a role today. I don't know. I mean... It's that sort of weather in the UK where it could rain any second. It could literally rain any second. Oh, let me get a timer up as well, sorry. Sorry, this is really bad streaming. Terrible streaming. What's it? OBS something, isn't it? OBS countdown. 55 minutes. Do 54 by the time I get this done. Let's be real about it. And then I've got to make it all white. Defaults to black. There we go. That should be it. Now we have a timer here somewhere already, don't we? There we go. Oh, it's already 54 minutes. Didn't even need to do all of that stuff. Always check before you do stuff, you know? Ah. There we go. Are we happy now? Are we good? There we go. We got a little countdown for us. Awesome. Lewis, best strategy for Silverstone is to be first across the line. That is an underrated strategy. I do agree. Welcome, Kate, as well. Dang, sound keeps switching to the F1 feed. You don't want the F1 feed on ESPN. So, some people might try and do one stopper. So you can go, start on the hards, and try and do one stopper, go hards onto mediums, hards onto softs. Maybe Sergio Perez will do that because he's down in 15th place after Bottas got a penalty, by the way. What's the name of the track? Zandvoort. But most people are probably going to do a two-stopper. And to do a two-stopper, you can basically use all compounds here. You can start on the softs, you can start on the mediums. And then you can either go... You can either go soft, medium, soft, or medium, hard, soft. Wow, this could be very interesting on the strategy, actually. Lots of different strategies. Welcome, Martin. Good to see you. By the way, the light game is strong. Your light game is very strong, chat. 29 people watching, 23 likes. That is a strong light game. So we might see drivers do all, or we might see across the grid all strategies being run, all possible strategies. Especially with quite a few of the teams being split. So Red Bull, actually I say quite a few of the teams being split. Now it's settled. You've got McLaren's in order, you've got Ferrari's in order, you've got Mercedes in order, and then you've you kind of got the Astons and Alpines close. How many laps? 53 laps. It's going to be a 53 lap race today. Could be safety cars as well. They say cloud is expected to cover the track. Where I am, down in London, there's quite a bit of sun. So unless in Northamptonshire it's a lot more cloudy, I'm not sure about that. If that is up to date. Anyone in the UK, you can also just look out the window and kind of do your own weather check. Sky just advertising other stuff. Yeah, AlphaTauri in a pretty bad state. When you compare what McLaren did to AlphaTauri, but I feel like maybe AlphaTauri just aren't able to develop the car throughout the season the same as McLaren are. That might be it, you know. How is the jet lag? Jet lag's really bad. Basically, I'm going to sleep at 6 AM. I'm going to sleep when it's light outside, which is not right. Gary's saying medium softs. Medium softs. I think they may do medium soft. Joshy, do you remember me? I don't remember you, Joshy, I'm afraid. Very sorry about that. Are we going to see a race where Max Verstappen is not going to win? The odds would say Max Verstappen will start first, obviously, eke out a pit stop, and then kind of go into the distance. But at Silverstone, on the first lap, if you remember we're going back to 2021, if someone wants to fight with you, they can really compromise your lines. And if that McLaren is very slippery in a straight line, then we could see down the two big straights at Silverstone, two really big straights. Someone trying to do... Will Lando try and put a nose up the inside at Cops? We will see. He wants some Lando and Max beef. Mixed strat. I think there'll be different strats all the way down. Lewis, I say softs, hard, and gamble on early yellow. If you want to gamble, if you're gambling on an early yellow, then it depends what you're gambling on. At some stage, you might want to get your hard tyre out, harder compound out of the way. But if you're gambling on when you say yellow, you mean safety car. So if you mean a safety car, you want to come in and change to something. So you could do then like a soft, hard, and try and get a cheap extra stint on the softs. That could be the one. Or just go softs, and then if there's a safety car, go onto the hards. Yeah, I think as you're saying, and then go to the end. That might be the Sergio Perez. Or you go the other way, and you just go hard. We're just saying everyone on softs. Is that your prediction? Sky is saying the one stopper is mediums to hards, and the two stopper is softs, medium softs. They're not looking at hards in a two stopper, but we'll see what's going to be the race tyre. The medium isn't always a better race tyre. 1 hour detention. I don't know what that means. Oh, did he have detention? Very good, or very bad, I should say. Only live once, eh? Yeah, they might be driving out on just scrub tyres and then change them on the grid. I think that's normally how it works. Sometimes they even go on inters, don't they? Depends what they're doing. But I think these are these installation laps before they go into formation. It's not formation. Stacking up on the grid. Wow, in a week's time, I will be on the grid in Rome for the Formula E Prix. Hamilton locked up, by the way. Is that on his driving to the grid lab? So I've got to think about what I want to say and who I want to interview on the grids. Maybe we'll take some cues from the Martin Brundle grid. What should I wear on the grid, by the way? So I'm not allowed to wear anything with any logos on. Obvious reasons.
Rain still coming.
Yeah, should be good. Trying to get a lot of footage. If we needed to do some cool stuff with. Just absolutely max out the 512GB SD card. Rome is amazing. Well, you know what they say, right? When in Rome. I'm excited for this. I mean, the Ferraris could be pretty ominous. They qualified very close together. The Mercedes, you know, is their race pace going to be better? Have they compromised on the quali pace to have better race pace? Is Max going to be vulnerable to... Sorry, if Max can't get a free pit stop ahead, can the McLarens do some interesting strategy? Can they try and undercut Max and then leave another car out there? So forcing Max to try and overtake. McLaren can do something like that because they've got two cars up there. Joshy, can I be a mod? Absolutely not. If you've just been in detention, you think I'm going to give you modding responsibilities, my friend? What kind of establishment do you think this is? Black says sunscreen and umbrella for the sun. I think if you're in Silverstone, it's very hot in the UK right now. Very hot. And we'll see what that does for tyre wear as well. Zach Brown's here. He's giving some passes, I think, to celebrities. Oh, I think that's an MP, Oliver Dowden. Didn't he used to be the Minister for Intellectual Property? He is a guest of McLaren. Bribery. Next week, McLaren granted planning permission for huge manufacturing complex. Is that how it works? Is that how you politic? Welcome, Henny. Gareth says recon lap started. Yes, they're doing the recon. Lewis, I don't think so. I think McLaren need to focus on keeping Lando top 3. McLaren on the podium here would be a huge result for McLaren, and I'm sure that's their objective. How do I become a mod? I just explained how politics works. George Russell went up in a fighter jet. Very nice. Oh, Blackler's coming strong. "42 minutes to go. Just chilling right now. Just chilling." Kind of crazy that the British GP was ever in doubt. I mean, there's so much support for it. It must make so much money. So many fans. Great circuit for F1 cars. It's a circuit really made for F1 cars because in GT, I don't think you get the full benefit in GT cars, to be honest. I have driven Formula in a Formula... Oh, no, I didn't drive full Silverstone, I drove the Stowe circuit, actually, in a Formula car. What's happened with the accounts, Gary? What's going on? What's the account situation? What's the dealio? Hene hopes the tyre wear of McLaren is low with the new package. We will see. Tyre wear is going to be really important here. But, you know, Red Bull have looked really good. Ferrari have looked... No, sorry, Mercedes look quite good in tyre wear as well, haven't they? Ferrari look really bad in tyre wear. I feel like Barcelona is the best mix for both. Well, in Barcelona, we saw that the Mercedes had very good tyre wear and the Ferraris... Remember Charles Leclerc had to box very early on the hards? Martin says 32 degrees Celsius in the Netherlands and pouring an ice-cold Veltins Pilsner. Cheers, everybody, to a great Sunday. Very nice. What are people snacking on? What are people drinking right now? Anyone else got a nice beverage? Any nice beverages in the house? Oh, we got rival stream. We don't need ESPN, UHD, comma.com. Comma.com's not even a domain, my friend. 11 degrees for Lewis. That's quite fresh, isn't it? Neither is good with GT3s and Es. I prefer it with LMP cars. I've done 6 hours Silverstone, I think, twice in prototypes. I feel like you need a really high downforce car to enjoy Silverstone, to enjoy Cops, Farm, Maggots and Beckett's, Stowe. Those corners are great in high downforce. It's nice you say the spammer's name aloud. What? ESPN UHD comma.com. No, it wasn't even comma.com, it was just comma.com. Gary, have you not remembered the KCR Discord? Yes, indeed. Exclamation mark Discord. Over 3,000 people. Defines eating some oxygen very nice. That's the healthiest thing to eat. It's healthier than this popcorn chicken. Henno's snacking some caramel white chocolate. I've never had caramel white chocolate. I didn't even know that was a thing. Caramel white chocolate. I do regret, by the way, not ordering a zesty cola with my popcorn chicken. That is one of... It's gone straight up there as one of my top life regrets. 100%. There we go, Mark's got it. Gary, my laptop died and I had to get a new account and I get out of hospital. Surely you must be out of hospital by now, Gary. Don't tell us you're still in hospital. That's quite a long time, isn't it? Lewis saying Perez is washed. He's complaining about wind. Perez is completely washed. Let's admit it. Unless Perez wins his Grand Prix, he's washed. Well, there we go. White caramel chocolate. Heard it here first. Interesting combo. I can see that looking quite nice. The kind of blend of caramel inside the white chocolate. It's kind of like gold and white, sort of premium. You can see that like marketing really well. Right, we're under sub 40 minutes now. Sky is still just doing other random stuff. It's random stuff. It's like creamy caramel. Oh, it's in rehab center. Okay. What's the ETA, Gary? What's the ETA? Two or 3 weeks. Okay. Let us know, Gary, when you're back. I think it was a slip, if I remember. Lewis, Guilin seashells are the best chocolates. Honestly, Guilin is massively overrated. I'm just going to come out here and say it. Guilin is like massively overrated as a chocolate. As we start to see the cars get on the grid, I'll give you any inside info from seeing any late mechanical changes and stuff like that. The red arrows are over Silverstone right now. Very nice. Can you let me know in chat, what is the equivalent of the red arrows in your country? In America, isn't it? Are they the Blue Angels? What's the equivalent of the red arrows in your country? Let us know. And it's definitely it's sunny at Silverstone. It's sunny down here. There's quite a few clouds milling about. Quite a few clouds. Man, I don't hate too much. Got good energy though. Welcome, Atmospheric 1. Coming straight out of the atmosphere. Roulettes. Where's the roulettes? What's that? Is that Australia? Blue Angel for the Navy. Thunderbirds for the Air Force. They're called Thunderbirds. What are they? The Navy ones are FA-18s, aren't they? I don't know what the Air Force ones are. Roulette are the... Oh, that's Australian Air Force. RAAF. They do that crazy thing in... Don't they fly like a C-17 through Sydney? You were 7, but... You were 7, but... Don't know what that means. It's going to be an epic race, just a feeling. Yeah, here's hoping. Here's hoping. RAF has Eurofighter Typhoons. Yeah, but not in the aerobatic squad. They're not going up there with fully laden Eurofighter Typhoons. Mark, here the Air Force is so small that it's pretty much just 2 guys who do the flight demos on Gripens. Is that Sweden? V-neck, it's the car once again. Oh, V-neck, the massive Lewis Hamilton fan. Lewis Hamilton stands are in the chat. Good luck, V-neck. Here's hoping for a big result for Lewis Hamilton for you. I'm looking for an advert for F1 Breaking Point. It really looks like the K looks kind of like my K logo. Maybe I should do a Dirk chocolate and write them a letter. What's today's selection for a winning and a podium? Well, I mean, Matt, what are the odds that Matt Verstappen does not finish on the podium? I mean, tiny odds, right? Anyone going to bet that Max doesn't finish on the podium? Anyone brave enough in chat to come out right now and claim it? You'll look like an absolute hero if it comes off. But I will hold you to it. Just gambling adverts now. Andrew, what promotion for the RAF? So glad my son is looking that way for his career. I've flown some planes with the RAF. Just little gliders and stuff. It's a lot of fun. Going out to an airfield and getting your wings. Lando podium today. I'm saying Lando podium. We will see. Will McLaren get the podium? Gary, Thunderbirds fly F-16s. Wow, not messing around then. Aerobatics, but they're ready to engage if necessary. Vlatka says, now I understand what you're trying to say. Krila Uluji. Wings of the Storm in Croatia. Krila Uluji. Very nice. Advert for Las Vegas on Sky. After this stream, we are going straight into a premiere of behind the scenes of the Las Vegas track, sneaking into areas as we do, giving you the lowdown of every single corner on the Las Vegas F1 circuit. So if you're curious about F1 in Las Vegas, this video is going to answer all of your questions, frankly. Nigel saying rain at 3:30. Yes, Nigel. You know what? There's some dark-looking clouds. Keep us updated.
Okay.
Jason saying Max DNF. Wow. Lewis claiming it as well. Hannah Red Arrows use a BAE Systems Hawk T1. Yeah, no weapons on that thing, as far as I'm aware. Just smoke. They could fly in front of another aircraft and just try and smoke them out. Vina, what about Hamster being on the podium? Well, I know you're hoping for that. We will see. We will see. Red arrows are still cutting about. Pep Guardiola's in town as well. Big Pep. Prediction is Max going to do Max things, Defiant says. What does that mean? That's so interpretable. Right, the grid. The cars are on the grid, by the way. Less than half an hour to go. Gary, Blue Angels fire the F-18E Super Hornet. What's the difference between the F-18 and the F-18 Super Hornet? Is it just because it lands on aircraft carriers? Interview now with Brad Pitt. I can tell you what you're saying. I don't have the sound on, but I guarantee you're saying it's amazing to be here. Just, you know, the fans are incredible. The speed of the car just blows my mind. Very, very, very lucky to kind of be part of this. Very grateful to Silverstone for having us, and can't wait to make this amazing movie that I really hope people are going to enjoy it. Telling the story of Formula One, working with Lewis Hamilton. That's what he said. Couple of incidents. Black and Warm, welcome to everyone joining us. Welcome along, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've got to stop eating. I've got to stop eating, but it's just so Moorish. So damn Moorish. Right. All good. Taylor, have you seen the entertainment programs drivers are forced to do? The thing is, right, Taylor, if you are new to this is how you get new people into Formula One. So it's just the age we live in. Formula One is a bigger sport than it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And it's because of all the promo and stuff that drivers do. I'm sure they don't like doing it, but this is how you grow the audience. Liquid meals. I'm sure anyone explain the Brad Pitt thing. So Brad Pitt is going to race today as the 21st driver. So Brad Pitt is going to start from the pits and he is going to race. It's a one-off thing they're doing for this movie and they're going to film the whole thing. So you can actually bet on Brad Pitt to win the Silverstone GP. I think he's like maybe 77 to 1, something like that. But yeah, he's going to be taking part in Silverstone GP. Andrew, F18 and Super Hornet have different shaped inlets. Improved avionics on Super Hornet. Okay, so the Super Hornet's like a GT3 Evo car. The Super Hornet's basically an Evo. Like, more aero. V-neck, biggest gates ever at Silverstone. Record gates. Almost 500,000 people, I think, right? Henny, the Hawk T1 doesn't have any weaponry. The other variants do. Oh, the T1A has sidewinders. Wow, where is that? Has that ever been used in combat? You know the RAF hasn't shot down a plane for like 70 years? I swear the RAF hasn't shot down a plane since World War II. Were the UK in Korea? Did the UK go to Korea? The UK didn't go to Vietnam, but did the UK go to Korea? I can't remember. Air Force. Chat, when was the last time the RAF actually shot anything down? Yeah, that wasn't actually true atmospheric. That was just all made up. Can we get Brad driver of the day? I really hope so. He keeps doing this thing when he's speaking, he goes like that. Probably I lost stream for a second there. Looks like Brad Pitt is really trying to rush this. Yeah, Brad Pitt is skipping Formula 2 and he's going straight via the movie route. Probably Falklands. I don't think the RAF shot any Argentinian planes down in the Falklands. Well, they did use like those Exocet missiles, didn't they? There we go. Nigel says the last confirmed time a hostile aircraft was engaged. Well, I'm doing the Brad Pitt thing now. It's really rubbed off on me. Was engaged and shot down by the Earth was an Egyptian Spitfire. What the hell? That's some alternate history right there. An Egyptian Spitfire in 1948. Weren't there jet engine planes by 48? I just present that without comment. Like the last time the RAF actually shot anything down was like, what is that, 70 years ago? But it's a deterrent, isn't it? And also they do a lot of air to ground. But the air to air hasn't really been tested for a while. Yeah, I think I lost internet there for a couple of seconds. No worries, we're still here. We're still here. Nigel says a million to one. Welcome Deacon Do as well. Brad Pitt seems like such a great guy though, yes. Right, Martin Brundle's doing the grid walk. I've got to take some cues here on how to do my grid walk in Rome. He's with Florence Pugh, who I've never heard of. Apparently they are an actor. See, 50 they shot down Argentinian aircraft in the Falklands. Hang on, Nigel or Fipsy, who's right? Callum. By the way, Callum, I need to see that video about lawnmower racing with Quadrant. Because I saw the thumbnail and I suspect you're involved in that. We've raced at Silverstone before. Technically not. Oh, is that so? The Navy has shot down aircraft. Andrew, the last time an RF aircraft shot anything down was the unfortunate downing of XS963. So was that a friendly fire incident? So the RF has shot down more of its own aircraft than other aircraft in the last 70 years. Welcome back, Joshy. Welcome, GT. We've got to do some more. I've got to show you my new setup, Callum. Got a new sim racing setup for PC sim racing. They're still fair and safe. Pilots from England from World War II, heroes for sure. Yeah, Battle of Britain. Right, Martin Brundle's now interviewing Zach Brown. I need to do a lot of heavy research on the plane of the team principals. I also need to memorise every name of the team exactly right. I can't miss out. If I can't just say Penske, I have to say this is DS Penske Racing powered by Citroen drivetrain engines. This is McLaren OKX, Google Chrome, NBC, Jack Daniels Racing Team with Mercedes AMG engines. I've got to say all of those, otherwise it doesn't pass the approval. How long do we kick off, mate? There's a big old clue on the screen, my friend Jason. Lewis, technically the RF shot down a hostile aircraft 14 December. Ah, but that's unmanned. Are we counting unmanned? Maybe that's just the nature of the state of warfare at the moment. I tried to go really just very simple, Callum. Honestly, I can't stop editing on it. It's such a breeze to edit. I just need to get another Logitech G502 mouse, because this is the best mouse for editing for me. I'm just used to it. Is that Michael Fassbender on the pits? Don't know. The interviews are great, but the in-between is where the real content is. Yeah, I've still got loads of content to give Need Address from Berlin. Reminds me. Just been having such a nightmare. In fact, today I'm returning my old microphones. Because I don't think they actually work according to spec. There's way too much interference. So today I've got to buy a new set of wireless microphones. So either I buy the same ones. Is that Robert Perez on the pits? Either I buy the same ones or I try and buy some nicer ones, but that'll be more expensive. Welcome, Kenneth McGregor. What do you say about Rome? I'm going to be in Rome next week on the grid for Formula E. Who's this? This is that One Direction man, isn't it? I'm not very good at my One Direction. Liam Payne. The Painmaker. Liam Payne looks like he's wired for... That's all I'm going to say. He looks like he's wired and ready to go with something or someone. He looks like a character. Who else is on the grids at Silverstone? The red arrows are still out there. This is a long display from the red arrows. It was friendly fire during the Falklands. Some celebrities here. I don't know who they are. I don't know who she is. I'm really bad at celebrities. I'm very bad at celebrities. Recognise her from a movie though. What's it like watching e-cars don't really make noise? They actually do make a noise. You can hear the tyres, you can hear the whine of the motors. So when you're there, I think it's not a good experience through TV, but when you're there in person, it's actually... I don't want to say something too controversial, right? But I think either you should have Formula 1, like V10s, V8s... Oh, Pep Guardiola. This is a Sky Sports hookup right here. Either you should have V8, V10s absolutely screaming so you can't hear yourself think, or you should Formula E where you can just chat with people. The middle ground of like what we have now with the V6s is just like... It's the worst of both worlds. So I'd rather have either really, really, really loud engines where you need ear protection, or Formula E. But that's very controversial. Nido, how do they turn him down? Did someone turn down Martin Brundle? Brundle's a clown. Brundle's washed. Abby J says, watching Hamilton while on radio in Austria hurt as a fan. Hope his mentality changed after Wolf came on the radio. Yes. Gary says, we've got to get to Charlotte. I would love to go to Charlotte. See some NASCAR. See some MX-5 racing down there. Who else is on the grid? The way grids work, by the way, it's really busy at the front of the grid. And it's really quiet at the back of the grid. Like, none of the celebrities want to be at the back of the grid. They all want to be at the front. So, who's this? I don't know who this man is. I'll describe him. He's got sunglasses. That doesn't help. He's got kind of very short white hair. Clean shaven. It's Mick Doohan. Oh, that's really bad. It's Mick I didn't even know it was Mick Doohan. To be fair, he doesn't have a helmet on. I agree, why can't the engines be V8 or V10 with hybrid and boost? Considering all the supercar manufacturers still make V8s. You know, it seems a bit weird. Martin was just been given a hug. I was going to go to an event. I couldn't make it in the end. But I was going to go to this event for influencers. And you needed to say your hug protocol. And the options were like, I'm okay being hugged, or I hug first, or I don't hug without, you can't hug me without permission. And you had to, like, it was like a drop down list. You had to, like, say your hugging protocol, and then it would show in your badge. That's the state of the influencer situation right now. Hug protocols. Martin, watch Brundle and his Brabham 989 YouTube onboard Monaco pre-calling absolutely no clown. Yeah, I mean, Martin Brundle is definitely not a clown. The man's driven in one of the most dangerous eras of Formula 1. Gone toe-to-toe with people like Senna, Alan Prost, Michael Schumacher. Great stuff.
Down. Yeah, A-firm.
That guy's on some stuff and it fits the vibe. Is that Mick Doohan? Mick Doohan also looking wired. Pipsy, G3 at Brands have me a headache. Yeah, G3 at Brands is like driving a Formula 1 car around your living room, isn't it? I think that's the Martin Brundle saying. Snowline's in the house. Welcome, Snowline. Leader, that's such a great point. He mentioned what it would be like for soccer players if 1,000 people flooded the pitch pre-game. Don't give them any ideas, Leader Drift. Don't give them ideas. They'll cover the pitch, and they'll sell tickets where you can mingle on the pitch before the game. That's going to be the thing. You've called it. You've called it right here. Andrew watched the Mansell story last night. What a legend he was. Yes, the Lion. Lewis, it's because F1 needs public money for a lot of events. Cities won't fund it if they don't commit to sustainability. Right, Martin Brundle's now heading to the front of the grid. This is where it gets very packed. People just standing around. People just like NPCs. Honestly, people are just standing around, like not doing anything. Just like standing. They should add this to the F1 games where you can do a grid walk before and have like a mini game. Martin Brundle now getting really close to the front of the grid by the lights. He might be blockaded here. Might have to turn around. He's doing an about turn. He's trying to get into. There goes driver's going to the maybe the anthem procedure. Lewis Hamilton giving his AirPods to somebody, like somebody he knows. He wasn't giving them away. Just to be clear. Here comes Max Verstappen, the world champion. By the way, we need to get this race ready. VDET track is windy on the straight. It's getting cloudier where I am. There's no longer any sun where I am, and there's no longer any sun on the track. So I know someone in chat let us know about the weather. You might need to give us a little update. You may need to give us an update there. Joshy, someone kicked me out and put me on timeout. Mike, Joshy, you've been in detention. You've been timed out here. What is going on in Joshy world? Microphone, maybe they need a hug to be activated. Could be a program. Yeah, that might be it. That might be it. Anyway, I couldn't go to the event in the end. Andrew, celebs shouldn't be allowed on the grid if they don't know Brundle. To be fair, is he world feed though? Like, if you're not from Britain, would you really know? Would you really know? But yeah, this grid is this grid is packed. I think it might be the anthems or maybe We Racers 1. We Racers 1. But you take a look at the grid walk and let me know. Nigel, I remember when I was a kid watching F1 at Kyle Army 973. Now that was loud. Jackie Stewart won it in the Tyrrell. I bet that was a race. Nigel saying rain now at 3:15. Is this the guy from Band of Brothers doing the anthem? Damien Lewis. I had a chat with Damien Lewis once in a Sports Direct. We were both buying football boots, but he was buying football boots for his son. And I kind of knew, I played a lot of football at that time, and he was asking me which football boots should I get. And I think I remembered I recommended he should have got the Adidas Predators. But these were the Predators that they had a lot of detailing on them on the outside. They had like different action zones. And I said, get the Predators for your son because he's going to be really cool at school. But he looks like kind of like a cheap Vegas singer at the moment. I can't hear it. To be fair, I can't hear it. We always do it on the stream, so I can't hear the anthems. I just have to rate them depending on the aesthetics. Neither can't say that anthem was anywhere near. Get out of here, ESPNUHD.com. It's not even comma. It's not even .com. I'll time you out again. That's last warning. Last warning. Yeah, it could be rain, by the way. Could definitely be rain. Andrew, half these celebs are there because it's a place to be, not because of anything about F1. The F1 is just one big marketing exercise, guys. The racing is secondary. The racing is secondary. And on that note, I'm going to drop an advert. Yeah, looks like rain could be coming. Brad Pitt is really getting ready to jump in the car. Brad Pitt is going to do the installation lap. I'm not joking. Brad Pitt is doing the installation lap. Imagine if he crashed into someone. Welcome back, Darren. Good to see you. 10 minutes to go. We're going to see Brad Pitt very soon. I'm just going to, at some point before the stream starts, I'm going to run downstairs and just wash my hands from this filthy popcorn chicken I've been eating. But yeah, 10 minutes to go. And yeah, if you remember back to Silverstone 2021, Hamilton and Verstappen, Hamilton the wheel up the inside of Cops. Will we see Lando Norris doing the same thing? We will see. Officially 21st on the track. Yeah, we're going to see 21 drivers. All the teams like now, we can't possibly have another team. That would just be, Andretti, you can't join. There's not enough space. It's just too dangerous, frankly. But Brad Pitt, like, no, Brad Pitt, you can, no, Brad Pitt's fine. Brad Pitt's fine. Brad Pitt ultimate last to first into P1. Brad Pitt could win this. Brad Pitt could just stay out. He could just grid up. He could just not come in and just grid up and be like, you do what you want to do, but I'm staying here. And they might be like, okay, well, we'll just race then. We can't stop the whole GP. We'll just race. And then Brad Pitt just does like absolutely filthy last to first. Could happen. You heard it here first. Is anyone going to stick a wheel up the inside of Cops? That's what I want to know. Some smoke on the grid, or it might be some dry ice, actually. Damien Lewis. What? Damien Lewis, man. I've never seen a British person look so American. And even when I spoke to him, his accent was like kind of like American twang. Papa Hamilton out on circuit. Papa H. Andrew Brad to take out Max. Jerry Horner out on the track. Starring in the Gran Turismo movie. And I have some exciting stuff that I can't tell you about the Gran Turismo movie, but I would love to tell you about the Gran Turismo movie, but I can't. I'm signed to secrecy. But, we got some exciting news about the GT movie. Big news. Well, I'm going to pop now. It's 200 people watching. I'm just going to be 20 seconds. I'm just going to wash my hands because I've been eating fried chicken. That's how we roll. So bear with me. Be back. And also grabbing a 7-Up. Because why not? Yeah, Neither Dress might be winning the whole thing. Right, 6 minutes to go. Perfect. Because we'll start the race then as well. Get the fan up, it's going to get hot now. Nice. Anyone tried the new Kama C5 sim wheel? They've sent me one, so I will let you know what it's like. Whew. We eat fried chicken on stream, but not pistachios. Yeah, but get popcorn chicken, I don't need to do anything with it. Have you thought about the mechanics of me trying to eat pistachios right now? My guy. Right, if it rains here, I will let you... I thought that was rain on the window. I thought for a second it was rain on the window there. You need a peeling assistant. Yeah, that's when you know the stream's gone big time. If we get to 5,000 concurrent viewers this stream, next stream, I will bring someone in who can literally open my pistachios. Please, I would appreciate an honest review. Very ominous 2 dots in the middle there. Jason, what's your 1, 2, 3? My 1, 2, 3 is going to be Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton. Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton. That's my 1, 2, 3. Let me know your 1, 2, 3s in the chat. That's it. You asked me. Can you pull up a weather tab app? I could do, but the whole thing may just break. So I will let you know. Here it's okay because I could just look up and get the weather. Do we need the light on, by the way? Ugh. Is that better? Get the lights on like it's a proper studio vibe. Martin says same, mate. Okay, for the pistachios. Yeah, well, they'll stand here. They'll stand for the whole stream. And I'll just put my hand out. If I won't even say anything, I'll just put my hand out, and when the hand's out, pistachios come in. It'd be like a pistachio vending machine. You could peel the pistachio for the stream. Taylor, my friend, you don't know how close I leave it to getting on stream. If you think I have the organisation to schedule peeling pistachios before I need to start the stream, then you are massively overrating my abilities. Lewis saying Russell, Leclerc, Norris. Jason's just gone numbers. 16, 2, 44. No 1 in there. Martin saying Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton. That's my 1, 2, 3. That's the one that I'm going for as well. I think it could be that, you know? Chat, let us know your 1, 2, 3s. in the comments. They are running the starting credits, by the way. So we're getting very close to going. Welcome back, Joshy. Joshy, try not to get yourself banned or in detention for 1 second. It's like Q speaking to James Bond. Look at all the subscribers there, by the way. If you want to be a subscriber or a member like T-Man0818, all the buttons are somewhere on your screen if you want to do it. 3 minutes to go. Where is Brad Pitt going to line up? Didn't they put Brad Pitt at the front? Surely it's not going to work visually if he's at the back. Nigel, I don't look at the winner. Who will come second? Darren says Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton. And Vaxnay saying Max, Alonso, Patty. Deep, who do you think will win this time? I'm going to go Max Verstappen. Andrew saying Max, Lewis, Charles thinks the Merc has good race pace. I'm putting Lewis in the top 3. It was a close one between George Russell and Lewis, actually. And Russell has qualified a little bit ahead. Stumbled Lobsters says B. We'll just keep that one going. Wenchet says Hamilton, Norris, Leclerc. So a lot of Norris fans. A lot of Norris fans representing. Right, we need to get the GP ready to go. Bear with me. Finish this session here. Welcome Massimiliano. Massimiliano Marcucci. I'm going to guess. You shouldn't assume things in this day and age, right?
Here we are, back for another day.
Bear with me. You shouldn't assume things in this day and age, but I'm going to guess, Massimiliano Marcucci, that you might have some Italian connections in your family. Alright, we're going to go straight to the race. It's raining around Silverstone, by the way. 100% it's raining around Silverstone. So, another race we're streaming, another race with rain. I think every race we streamed this year has had rain. And, you know, Imola had too much rain. Josh is Italian.
Race day has arrived and the time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel.
Williams had a good performance.
So, just 2 minutes to go, everyone. We'll get the race going.
The drivers have now taken position on the grid.
Alex Albon up there in P8 as well. What kind of strategies are we going to see? I'm going to let you know on the tyres when I see them.
Here we have
Pranav, I wish Pitt would crash into Max. Well, yesterday Max crashed into the pits. So maybe your wish has already been granted. Deep, Joshy, is Brad Pitt racing in this race? Brad Pitt isn't, but Brad Pitt might be. Let's hope no one ends up upside down turn one. Let's hope there's no Guan Yu Zhou moments.
The British Grand Prix.
Welcome Antonio Tommaso. Now, again, I don't want to assume things, but I wonder if we're becoming big in Italy. You meant Brad Pitt? Oh, okay. Mark says, rainy Silverstone, Hamilton will catch the end of the podium. We will see. It's going to be 53 laps. There is a minute to go. I can't wait, frankly, for this. I can't wait. How are the McLarens going to do? Are they going to... They've walked the walk in qualifying, but how are they going to do in the race? Max Verstappen, is it going to be a lights to flag victory? Welcome, Liam Connell. Good to see you. VNex saying 1 Max, 2 Norris, 3 Brad Pitt. The mechanics are taking off the tyre warmers. It looks like Max Verstappen is starting on the mediums. Wow. Verstappen mediums, Norris mediums, Piastri mediums, Leclerc mediums, Sainz mediums. George Russell is the only driver in the top 10 to be starting on the softs. Nico Hulkenberg's on the hard tyre. And then it gets a bit mixed down the back of the grid. But everyone at the front is starting on the medium tyres, apart from George Russell. Liam says cloudy. Yes, indeed. This track is fast. Yes, welcome along, everyone. Russell is on the soft tyre. So, wow, Russell needs to get a move on and start overtaking then, doesn't he? It's very cloudy at Silverstone. It's very, very, very overcast. Let's get the race underway, because if it starts to rain, they might have second thoughts about actually starting it, knowing Formula 1. Lewis says Piastri looks nervous. I think he'll screw up the start. We'll see. Mercedes split strategy. Yes, that's Mercedes doing. That's what you can do if you've got two cars up there. Slightly surprised that McLaren aren't doing something funky. To sort of, A, just have some clarity within their team. Sorry, let me take off that timer. Clarity within their team on what's going on. Yeah, crazy. What colour is a new tyre? Don't know what you mean about new tyre, my friend. See, Joshy? Need it. Russell probably betting on a short soft stint. If Russell times it right with a safety car, he'll be quids in, for sure. So we will see. Cars are going around Maggots and Beckett's on my screen. The live timings will be a little bit further ahead. Max Verstappen, I think, starting on the outside as they go into farm. And he'll be on the outside for village as well if someone's along the outside of him. So let's have a look what goes on. Can you adjust the lap time screen? In what way? Can't see 1 and 2. You should be able to see 1 and 2. That might be an issue on your end. I don't know which one's a new tyre compound. Wow, absolutely packed grandstands here at Silverstone, but I can tell you, this is the best place to watch Silverstone Grand Prix. Much better than being at the track. At the track, it's expensive, it's windy, there's no cover, everything just costs like inordinate amounts of money. It's a pain to get there, it's a pain to get around, it's a pain to get back. You only see one corner. Whereas here, you're just watching in the comfort of your own home or travelling or wherever you are, and you get the best of both worlds. Now, really strung out grid here. Matt Verstappen bringing the cars in. Liam's got hope for Albon's going to surprise. We'll see. Albon starting from P8. Martin's got some trophies out. McLaren mechanics looking ready. How's it going to be? Is there going to be any contact on the first lap? Are we going to see some cars diving into the garage early on? Change the nose cone. Matt Verstappen is going to be sitting there for a very, very, very long time as the grid ambles round the last corner at Silverstone. Lewis Hamilton pulls up to his pit box. But we've seen yesterday that Sergio Perez was able to sit at the front of the pits for a very long time. So hopefully not going to be an issue. What is going to happen at the start of the race? I'm going to call it as I see it, everyone. I'm going to call it as I see it. Valtteri Bottas, the man who got the penalty for underfueling, brings up the rear. Green flag goes. Lando Norris is aggressively angled towards Max Verstappen. Very aggressively angled. 5 lights go out. Here we go. Looks like a decent start from Lando Norris. Oh, it's 3 wide. Lando Norris goes into the lead. Lando's in the lead. My word. This is crazy. Lando's in the lead. Already going into the first corner. They go into village here. Piastri's in third. And one of the Ferraris really lost out. One of the McLaren's Mercedes has gone very deep as well. It's carnage behind. But the big story here is Lando Norris is leading the Silverstone Grand Prix, everyone. Lando is leading the Grand Prix. This is absolutely mad. Max Verstappen is having to defend now from Oscar Piastri. You know, you talk about good starts. Lando Norris, when he was growing up, he won every first race of every championship he ever raced in through insane preparation, and he's obviously prepared very well here. Verstappen having to defend from Oscar Piastri going into Copse. Is Piastri going to think about it? He backs out. He backs out. We all know that you don't put a wheel up the inside of Copse. Piastri could have done though, really could have done. Lewis went off, Max under pressure. Imagine Lando's surprise. Lando will want Oscar Piastri to be putting Verstappen under a lot of pressure there. And frankly, Piastri could have taken them both out. If he kept that wheel in at Copse, well, we know that Verstappen wasn't going to yield. So, yeah, Lando Norris, the McLaren pace is looking very, very, very strong. And we're seeing one of the Mercedes, yeah, George Russell on the soft tyre, has managed to get ahead of Carlos Sainz. Lewis Hamilton driver that went off has lost out to Fernando Alonso. Nico Hulkenberg is on the hard tyre. He looks to be dropping down a little bit as well. Valtteri Bottas has moved up a few positions. The McLarens are fast. Too much straight line speed in the Red Bull. Well, if there is straight line speed in the Red Bull, then the Red Bull will be able to get past Lando Norris without too much trouble down one of the straights. We will see. We will see. The McLarens, yeah, hang on. The pace right now is looking good. This is not a bluff by McLaren. Maybe they have a pair of aces in their car and the engine combination. And this is something that we're not used to seeing this season. Max Verstappen not leading a Grand Prix. And is he going to come under pressure from behind? What's going to happen when DRS opens, though? When DRS opens, Lando Norris won't get the DRS. Oscar Piastri will, though, behind. VNex saying Max looks slow compared to the McLarens. He might be biding his time. He might be biding his time. Only on lap 2 here. But Lando Norris is leading laps. He's never won a Grand Prix before. He went close in Sochi before the rain came down. Lewis Hamilton won. Can he get a win, a maiden win here at his home Grand Prix for McLaren at their home Grand Prix? What a fairy tale that would be. Gary says his race seems fixed. Yeah, this is all for Brad Pitt, by the way. Brad Pitt is still circulating in P21. So Brad Pitt is at the moment 3 seconds off Kevin Magnussen in the Haas. So, you know, hopefully we'll get faster in the race. Thank you so much, Grazina Suliga, for the 50... I think that's Polish, isn't it? Thanks so much for the 50 quality content. Thank you for the stream, Kireth. Celebrate first heel track from Grazina Suliga. Please, everyone, get your likes out, get your support out in the chat for Grazina Suliga there. For the big 50 Polish donation there. Thank you very, very much. Massively appreciated. We just keep doing what we're doing. Max outside of DRS range. On my screen, Max is 9/10ths behind. Welcome, Treviso, as well. I see you, Treviso, in the chat there. Well, not in the chat, but I see you. Max is 9/10ths behind on my screen, so he's going to be close to be getting in that. Well, he is in the DRS range, so we'll see what happens. I'm looking at the start again. The McLarens had amazing starts. Oscar Piastri arguably could and maybe should have done better with the start that he got. He should have overtaken Max Verstappen as well. He's a little bit cautious, but you know, he's a rookie here, playing it safe, and you can't blame him really. But he had a fantastic start, putting Max under a lot of pressure. Look at the support there in chat, absolutely insane to see. By the way, right now, let us know where in the world, where are you watching from? Got a donation in Polish, so let us know where in the world, what country are you watching this stream and the Grand Prix from? Max Verstappen in P2. What is the DRS going to do? I'm on board again with Lando Norris here, just had an absolutely insane start. Max tried to close the door, but Lando was more worried about Oscar Piastri on his right-hand side than Verstappen, really. He's very, very, very supremely confident there. Brandon's watching from Canada, Daniel's from Germany, Amy Van Niekerk's from South Africa, Evo's Australia, Deep's from India, F1 fans all over the world. And if anyone didn't put... I asked earlier, anyone thought Max Verstappen not going to finish on the podium? Well, he's P2 at the moment. Bernard's from Netherlands, Jason Australia, Isabel's from New Zealand, Vaccinated Australia, Kate's from UK, Vladka Croatia, Chums from USA, Gerard's from Beijing, Dark Soul India, Beefall India, Kenya, Netherlands, countries representing all over the globe. You love to see it. And Max Verstappen now is all over Lando Norris. He's he's half a second behind, but Oscar Piastri is there as well. So the McLaren's looking good. Wow, what if the GP finished like this? I don't think it will do, but finish like this would be a great result for McLaren. Obviously, me, a huge born and bred McLaren fan. I never rep anything else. You know me. I've got a McLaren tattoo. Canada, Bangladesh, Thailand, Nigeria in the house, and the Mariana Trench also representing. Having a look what's going on behind. So George Russell is also within second of Charles Leclerc in 4th place. So can George Russell get past Charles Leclerc and then try and catch up with the McLarens as this train? You might start to see a Lando Norris train here. We'll see. Lebanon, India, San Diego. Very nice. Wow, this 7-Up is strong. Woo. Woo. To wash that down with some water. Having a look here on board with Verstappen, he's looking very, very, very good, I have to say. He looks very calm. Maybe he's just biding his time as, again, they go into Village. What sort of line is Verstappen going to take out? I can't remember if there's a DRS activation zone here. Lando gets a bit of wheel spin on the exit, actually. Looks like there is a DRS. Oh, this might be it for Verstappen. Let's see. He's a long way behind. He's a long way behind, but he's going to shoot for it. He's going to shoot. Oh, Verstappen goes up the inside and gets the move done, I believe. Verstappen, from an absolute light year away, just overtook Lando Norris. He made it look so easy. That is very ominous. Can Lando Norris get back? No worries, MD, Sealand Republic as well, Texas, Norway. Can Lando get back? They go through cops. Difficult to follow in the with the dirty air ahead. Well, these F1 cars deal with it a little bit better. On left hand side, they're building these flats. They're building flats on the Silverstone circuit. My word, could be grandstands, but they're building flats. And Verstappen has defended from Lando Norris. In fact, Lando might come under attack here from Oscar Piastri, and George Russell is all over. Oh my word, was that some double movement from Charles Leclerc in the braking zone? If we see George Russell on the radio, we'll definitely see. Vlatka says Lando had his 4 laps of fun. George Russell is all over Charles Leclerc, and I don't think he's going to be too happy about Charles Leclerc's defending. And in fact, Charles Leclerc has defended so much that Carlos Sainz is now all over the back of George Russell. So crazy scenes. George Russell on the soft tyre. He needs to make this get his overtakes done while his tyres are still in the window. Martin says McLaren designed this car fully for Silverstone. We will see. Maybe the upgrade package is just doing its thing. Meanwhile, Hamilton is down in P8. Russell saying, if that's not moving under braking, I don't know what is. We called it here first, chat. We called it. One sweaty boy on the radio not happy with Charles Leclerc. I'm not sure it was moving that much. Alonso defending from Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton and Alonso going side by side as they're going to approach the old pit straight. The GT pit straight, heading into Cops. On board here with Lewis Hamilton. Is he going to try and put a wheel up the inside of Fernando Alonso at Cops? No, he isn't. Fully committed. Just a little lift, no brakes, and not flat at the moment in these heavy cars with the fuel. Define saying trying to bring Sainz into the frame, maybe. Think about teaser for Hamilton, B4 says. It's a bad teaser for Mercedes all round, isn't it? Pete says, watching from the top of the Troodos Mountains in Cyprus. I bet that's an amazing view. Amazing view there. Nicole's watching from Egypt. I can tell by your picture there, Nicole. Looks like you're doing a squat on the Giza pyramids. Lando says, Oscar's been told to hold position. He's holding position. So team orders kicking in for McLaren. Now, this is where, Oscar, you've got to be on the radio saying, oh, I think I'm faster. I think I'm faster than Lando. I think you've got to build up, you put those pennies in the piggy bank now and then cash them in later. So let's see if Oscar's going to be pretty suave on the mic. Or the mic. I don't know. Space saying Perez in P13. Well, he's only gone up 3 positions. There's an age-old battle here between Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. Lewis Hamilton is now very close behind Alonso, and he'll have DRS. Surely he's going to get it done easily. How defensive does Alonso go? Alonso doesn't go defensive at all because Hamilton is going to get this move done very easily. So Aston Martin look like they're really struggling for pace compared to Mercedes. That's not what we saw at Canada, for example. Yeah, McLaren. Team orders from McLaren. You know, old habits die hard at McLaren. George Russell, by the way, is still behind Charles Leclerc. Thank you, Funky Monkey. Best channel ever. Going towards 50,000. Great work, Kireth. Hit the like button. Yes, by the way, we've got over 1,000 people watching and only 84 likes. I want you now to hit that like button right now. If you like what we're doing, hit that like button. That means that you support this channel. It shares the channel over stuff like TikTok memes and, you know, Minecraft Let's Plays. If you prefer this, hit the like button. Sergio Perez going up the inside of a Haas. That must be Kevin Magnussen, I believe. No, it isn't. Well, Magnussen and Hulkenberg are at the back of the standings, on the standings there. So maybe Hulkenberg... Oh, Hulkenberg lost a front wing end plate. So maybe Sergio Perez made contact there with Nico Hulkenberg. Nico Hulkenberg's got no left end plate on the front. They will need to change that front wing. You just won't at a track like a Silverstone. Maybe at Monaco you could deal with it, but not a Silverstone. So that's why Hulkenberg must have been interchanged front wing. Anyone know what the rain situation is saying? I'm looking up here, it's mixed. And looking at the track, it's also mixed weather. Welcome to Rex, Hendra, Jerome, Wojtas, Kritin, Custom Bass Guitars, Amy Van Niekerk. The wing looks better without the end plate. It does a little bit, but not faster. Verstappen saying cars pulling a bit weird. It must be the wind. Yes, yes indeed. Daniel F. Holt. Thanks, Rory McGrath. Perez continues the meme. Sergio Perez, where do we begin? What is a Red Bull doing down in P13? But by the way, I mean, the Alpha... Is it just Max Verstappen just doing it all by himself? Because the Alpha Tauris are down there as well. And the gap, by the way, from Verstappen to Lando Norris is 1.1 seconds. 1.1 sec... Is it 1.1 second or 1.1 seconds? Why would it be 1.1 seconds if there's only 1 second? Let me know in the chat. George Russell still behind Charles Leclerc, 4/10 behind. So, you know, he made a pig's ear really of overtaking earlier on, and now he's paying for it. Russell saying, getting information, wind gusts up to 35 kph. This might be where you see drivers lose it. Didn't we see Sergio Perez lose it, actually, at Silverstone a few years ago? Am I remembering that with the gust of wind? I believe we did. So, yeah, the gust of wind here as you're going into a cornering phase, relying on the aerodynamic downforce. If you have a big crosswind, you can just swap ends. Remember the crash that we saw Sergio Perez do in qualifying in Monaco? It's quite innocuous ones. Nigel says rain has moved slightly north. B4, who do you think has the best upgrades for the track? Has to be McLaren, doesn't it? It's seconds as it's over a second. Okay, I don't agree with that, but I'll go with it. But I just want to put it on record that I don't think that's right. As in, I don't think it should be that way. George Russell again is trying to get past Charles Leclerc, but he just can't. They're heading into Cops. Not really where you want to be, behind another car. Lando lost DRS. Welcome to everyone watching in Guyana. We are on lap 9, by the way. Oh, nice one, Patom. Third race. Get your third race badge. Go to reception and pick up your badge there. I don't think this is working out for George Russell, I have to say, because Lewis Hamilton is only 3 seconds behind him, and he's on the medium tyre. So I'm not sure this strat has really worked out for George Russell here. It's to acknowledge the secondness of that 0.2 second. Okay, I see you, chat. We got it, We good, as they say. But I do want to let you know that this is a different dynamic to pretty much every race in the season, because although Max Verstappen is ahead and he's in and out of DRS, Norris in and out of DRS, Max Verstappen is nowhere near getting a free pit stop. So what happens if Oscar Piastri undercuts Max Verstappen here? Because Piastri is 2 seconds behind. By the way, there's a Alpine in the pits that is being retired, I believe. Esteban Ocon is being retired. It's our first retirement today. Yeah, what if Oscar Piastri undercuts Max Verstappen, forces Verstappen to pit, and then Lando goes long? Will we see Lando go long? You know, because the McLarens here, they... You know, it's the speed is pretty serious. Checo rising. Checo El Nino is up to P12. Team orders there with the AlphaTauri, we'll see. Alex Albon's still there in P10. He's only gone down 2 positions. Welcome, Ravisen, Patom, Petri. Patom, you watched 3 races. It took you 3 races to subscribe. Everyone, don't make the same mistake as Patom. Because Patom, you've missed out on so much. If you like what you're watching right now and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. You will not regret it. I guarantee it. It doesn't cost you anything, and all you're going to get is good stuff. You're just going to get good stuff. Welcome, Miroslav, as well. Classic Renault reliability, yes. Verstappen's on the radio saying something. Lap 11 or lap 12 right now. Andrew saying Max has his work cut out right now. Chat, let me know. What do you think McLaren should do? What should McLaren do strategy-wise? Let me know. What should McLaren do? Should they pit Oscar Piastri early and go for a big old undercut on Max? Try and force Max to do something? Will we actually see another team be able to do some strategy on Max? VNex saying, here comes the rain. Yes, looking at the radar here, it's a classic over-the-shoulder rain shot. And it looks like rain heading onto the track. But what if it's going to rain? You don't want to pit now. No one wants to pit now if it's going to rain. You don't want to do a Fernando Alonso at Monaco, pit, and then need to pit again. No worries, Panton, but you should have been subscribed years ago, my friend. But you're here now. That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. ACPW saying split strategy, definitely. Peter, love the commentary. Hats off. Watching from Tunisia. Don't take if it's in Tunisia. If it's hot out there, keep your hat on. Don't get sunburnt. That's my recommendation. Wow, big rain. Big rain by the track. By the track. Not seeing rain on the track yet, but there is big rain by the track. Andrew saying rain may cause a problem for going long. Sanway D, do you live stream all the Grand Prix's? Yes, we live stream all the Grand Prix's, and we're gonna live stream them for as long as I live. So as long as I'm alive, I'm gonna maybe even after I die we'll live stream. We'll create some sort of AI to just auto-generate it. But right now this is not AI. This is actually me. Lewis says undercut with Norris and use Oscar as plan B. Ah, undercut with Norris. Ooh. Then you're in a bit of a team order situation, aren't you? Christopher Rains, I predict that Norris will win and Max will DNF due to aggressiveness. Give us more detail. What are you seeing? What's your mystic prediction on the DNF? What? Russell, we're tracking the rain, but it's going to miss us on the radar. Mercedes. And Russell saying, wouldn't be so sure about that. Drops in the visor, but we know Russell is just sweating. Russell is just driving, trying to get past Charles Leclerc. There's just sweat everywhere. It's all over the visor. He can't see anything, frankly. He thinks it's a McLaren ahead of him. Smash my microphone. Oh, no. Oh, God. It's drooping. I'll just droop with it. So I'm in big rain, much worse than that fine rain. Jade says Leclerc still at 4th. Yes. Ah, it's not worked out. Come on. Yes. Back in the game. Trying not to hit my microphone again, doing a sweaty George Russell impression. Sportman says real stream go to Soul Fat Gaming. Soul Fat Gaming is a crude imposter. No one likes Soul Fat Gaming. I don't even know who Soul Fat Gaming is. Han says rain inside the helmet of Russell. Christopher Rains. Rains by name. Norris, can we make plan A work currently? And his engineer saying yes, I think so for sure. So plan A for Lando Norris. Anyone thinking what plan A could be? Nice move by Perez. Han saying Perez passed Lance Stroll. Aston Martin really struggling here. Maybe Aston Martin are more of a high downforce team. I don't know. Sai says, when will the pit window open? I wouldn't... For the softs, the pit window... If you want a 2-stop, the pit window is probably already open, to be honest, on a 2-stop. But... because of the potential rain... Yeah, I just don't know. ACW McLaren's been gapped more and more. Yeah, the gap, by the way, at the front now is 2.3 seconds. But that might be Lando just managing the pace. Might be Lando managing the pace. Andrew saying 1 stop for Lando. Plan A likely to be the 1 stop. Okay. Before the real show starts when it rains. I can tell you outside my window it's suddenly got a lot more overcast and there are big rain clouds. Big rain clouds. Russell went out on scrubbed softs, by the way. So Russell didn't go out on fresh softs. He went out on scrubbed softs that he'd already done 3 laps on. Lewis, go big with a Lando undercut. Andrew, lap 10 to come off softs. Well, we're on lap 14, so something hasn't gone right there. Hans race pace Red Bull is great again. We see Lando can be managing the pace. Verstappen saying wind is making it difficult to drive at the moment. Verstappen, look. Verstappen, if you're 2 seconds ahead, would you rather be in a race where you're 14 laps in and it's either a 1-stopper or a 2-stopper race? Would you rather be the 1 car, let's assume equal pace, would you rather be 1 car 2.5 seconds ahead, or would you rather be the team with 2 cars 2.5 seconds below, given everything you can do on strategy? You know, it's not an easy one, is it? It's not an easy one. I don't know what that means, Space. Han says, Max about wind again. Really about wind. George Russell just cannot get past Charles Leclerc. Oh, has a massive wobble in cops, by the way. Is this live race? Yes, this is a live race. Lap 14 of the Silverstone GP. Live. I'm giving you live weather as well. Mark says, here it's dry weather, but I'm 900 miles from circuit. Keep us updated, Mark. Keep that intel coming in. 200 likes. By the way, you guys and girls are crazy on the likes today. Onindo, Mark, David Magnus Vlogs, and Greguru, you guys and girls are mad on the like front. But what we're doing now is we're waiting for first pit stops. First pit stops. I'm having a look here at George Russell again. I think it's going to be a replay of him going in cops. Yeah, had a big sort of twitch there in the middle of cops. And ran a little bit wide on the exit. Anyone know where we can watch it for free? Right here. Right here, my friend. Pep Guardiola is in the Mercedes garage. Game recognises game. And George Russell is still within the DRS of Charles Leclerc. But the Ferrari race pace is looking decent. I mean, Charles Leclerc is only 3.5 seconds behind Oscar Piastri. So don't completely knock the Ferraris off here. Don't completely knock them off. Yuki Tsunoda's in the pit as well. Will we see a sort of waterfall of pit stops coming from the midfield moving up as people get wary of being undercut? We can see it like that. Tsunoda's gone in the pit. Tsunoda was in about 12th, right? So will we see... Verstappen saying light drizzle. Will we see the pit stops go up the field? Be one of those. Lando Norris got a track time deleted for exceeding track limits. Too many of those and he'll get a black and white flag, won't he? The Lord stream is free. It's a very Midwest comment, that one. Is Piastri too far back to undercut? Piastri is 5 seconds back from Verstappen. Difficult to say. I mean, it depends how long. He might force Verstappen to cover off for an undercut.
Vettel has just pitted.
Pine, what was that last radio message from Max? Welcome, Pine. Thank you so much for the $2 to Pine Baron, the man with lots of pine trees. Max was reporting or being reported light drizzle. And there are very heavy rain clouds now around this part of England. So it's raining around the track. Is it going to rain on the track? Funky says, welcome to New South. Very nice to have you. Yes, indeed. Is that Max? Max is on track, indeed. Max was in our stream yesterday. Lap 16 out of 52. The gap's sort of stabilising a little bit. Hamilton is trying to catch up with the Ferraris. The midfield battle is pretty crazy, to be honest. And by the way, Sergio Perez now needs to get past Alex Albon. So, didn't Perez take Albon's seat? Am I getting that chronology right? Did Perez replace Albon? Pretty crazy stuff. I think Albon might defend this one. Howdy Funky, yes, Matt's radioed about wind, but not sure really meant wind. I didn't fully, I answered some of those words, Hans. Nice try. Hamilton is struggling, Deepu Sardar says. Hamilton is not looking that great, but you have to say, compared to George Russell, who simply cannot get past Charles Leclerc, even though he's on the soft tyres, would you rather be Lewis Hamilton right now a couple of seconds behind on the medium, sorry, or George Russell a couple of seconds ahead, but you still need to go on that harder compounded tyre? We will see. Checo in P10, so Sergio Perez has indeed got past Alex Albon, asserting dominance there. Navdeep says Leclerc struggling. No, I wouldn't say Leclerc's struggling that much. I mean, he's in P4. Do we expect Ferrari to do much better? Anyone else got any people they think are struggling? Is anyone struggling in real life? Let us know. It's a safe space here. If you're struggling with anything, feel free to share and get some support in the chat. Alexander says, Max should pit for softs now to get the fast lap in early. That's not how it works, my friend, with the fuel loads. Perez in the points. Yeah, Perez is now not washed. Perez unwashed. Confirmed. Andrew Lewis taken 1.5 seconds out of Carlos in 3 laps. I just got a message. Perez into the points. Championship challenge starts now. Perez FTW. Andrew struggled with my golf this morning. That's not a real struggle, Andrew. Practice makes perfect, right? Christopher Norris, Verstappen, Leclerc for the podium. The question is, right now, in fact, let me know in the chat right now, who do you think is going to be the last driver on the podium? Who is going to finish in 3rd place? Is it going to be Oscar Piastri? Is it going to be Charles Leclerc? Is it going to be George Russell? Is it going to be Lewis Hamilton? Is it going to be Carlos Sainz? Is it going to be Sergio Perez? A lot of drivers there. Prashish Singh says, McLaren after their update is crazy. Crazy speed, bro. Yes, indeed. They're looking good. Dan Matt's going, I struggle every day, that's live. Keep pushing, Easy 2K3. You'll make it to 2K4 one day. Sai saying Leclerc, Alexander saying Alonso. No, Aston Martin are struggling here. Arun saying George Russell, Rex saying Leclerc, Vishwa saying Lewis, Ezek saying Norris. Norris 3, so he wants someone to fill in ahead of Norris. Vishwa saying McLaren going to crash soon. You're doing some sort of black voodoo magic there. You got like a McLaren sort of knitted car and you're putting pins into it, into the tyres. No struggle, no life. Yes, indeed. Wasn't that a Bob Marley song? Welcome Lily, welcome Pine Baron, welcome Arun, welcome to our Japanese friend there, Dion, Jorge as well. Total laps, 18. 18 laps. I think Charles Leclerc was saying, what would plan B? I forgot. So, classic Ferrari strat there. What was plan B? I forgot. I didn't know what it was. George Russell, by the way, has done 20 laps on the soft tyres because he's on scrubbed soft tyres. So we're lap 18, but those tyres are older, so George Russell going long. One long boy on the softs. Only 2 drivers on the soft tyres right now. Nick De Vries and George Russell. Leclerc saying box, box. Leclerc is going to box. Right, here we go. Rub your hands. This might start the whole sequence because does Oscar Piastri need to pit now to cover off Charles Leclerc? And will that force Max Verstappen to pit? Because Charles Leclerc is in the pits. Is it going to be a quick stop? I'm having here Ferrari pit crew. Come on. Jack goes up. Tyres go off. Tyres go on. Very tidy stop. 2.4 seconds. Bob struggles with a mental partner daily. Don't know what that means. So the Ferrari comes out. Charles Leclerc in 12th place. Wow, he's going to come out of some traffic here. So again, maybe Ferrari was struggling on the tyres. Yeah, 52 laps here and 1 lap 19. On board here with Pierre Gasly, by the way, who's all over the back of Fernando Alonso. This is not going to be a good Grand Prix for Aston Martin. So Aston Martin fans, look away. Look away, Aston Martin fans. Beast says, new to F1 here. How's the Juice Company doing better than other car brands? The Juice Company is a team with a very long history. So it used to be Jaguar. Before then it was Jordan. Proper racing team. And they're basically branded by a drinks company. So, you know, it's in the same way that Mercedes used to be Honda. And they're just different brands, essentially. Verstappen said, I saw a Ferrari pit. I guess we just stick to our strategy. Yes, no concern for the moment, Matt. But will that change if one of the McLaren's pits? And maybe the McLaren need to pit because Ferrari's pitted. Also, it's not a juice company. I don't think there's any certified juice in the Red Bull. By the way, is there juice in the 7-Up? No. And I think they would say... if there was... No, carbonated water, acids... natural lemon and lime flavouring. Isn't there one? Is it Lilt or something? Is actually juice? What's a fizzy soft drink? Or is it San Pellegrino? San Pellegrino is too much for me. Too much money and also is too strong. Almost 2,000 people watching, by the way. Welcome along, everyone. Max worried. I think Max is a bit worried. He's worried about the wind. He's worried about the drivability. He's worried about the pit stops. By the way, that now unleashes George Russell, but at the end of his life of his tyres, will George Russell be able to catch up with Charles Leclerc? Will George Russell be able to do a reverse undercut on Charles Leclerc because he's just on faster tyres and being held up? Lando being asked how many laps he can do at this pace, and he's saying he's happy, it's consistent, I can maintain this for now. So Lando looking strong. He is 4.5 seconds behind Verstappen, but Verstappen is nowhere close to having a free pit stop. So if Verstappen needs to pit, he's going to end up behind cars. Kireth, who's your favourite racer? I like all the racers. Rolling slam it on tarmacs and daily. I have no idea what that means. No idea. Just radioactive flavour, yeah. What actually is what is Red Bull flavour? Is there like a name for it, like a non-brand? Whoa, there's big clouds. Big clouds by Silverstone, everyone. I think people are going to need to pit because the rain's not going to come before the pit window, I think. Pit window closes. So I think they'll need to pit. Space Max is worried about which restaurant he'll celebrate his Silverstone victory at. So many good choices. Which restaurant would you celebrate at? Mr. Amazing said there's nearly 30-year history of Red Bull being involved in Formula 1. I didn't do which football team to support. West Ham's season ticket holder, although I might not renew for this season because it's a Sunday right now and I'm streaming F1. So what's the point in having a season ticket if I'm never going to go? It's just hundreds of pounds down the drain. A Conference League champions, yo. Welcome Horonis, Matthew Taylor, Patrick Buchanan, Schweppes and Tangerina. Ah, Tangerina. No, isn't it Orangina? Sungoon, I heard Max had a small injury, even he's sick. Exclamation mark, exclamation. About 9 exclamation marks there. And Arthur, what are the chances of Hamilton finishing on the podium? I wouldn't write off Hamilton. I think that last podium spot is up for grabs, frankly. But Oscar Piastri is looking real strong right now, 2.5 seconds behind Lando Norris, and he was told to maintain position, so he might just be cruising. Jerome says gas Maxi. Aaron, why is Perez so off pace with the Red Bull? Because he's washed. He's just a washed driver. Red Bull tastes like yellow. Leclerc not overtaking managing pace. Leclerc is down. Well, he's not close enough to Lance Stroll yet. He is going to the end. So Leclerc, I think, is committed to doing a one-stop here on the hards. Leclerc and that Ferrari just really seem to struggle to do long stints early on in the race. Maybe they just don't get the tyres into temperature, or they overheat the tyres too soon. Tesla says, Kireth, guess who will win the race? I'm going to say it's going to be Max Verstappen, but you never know. Ocon is out, by the way. Yeah, they retired that Alpine. Andrew reporting Lewis nibbling away at Carlos. Anyone spotting anything interesting from the telemetry? Let us know.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Not in the race, though. Checo P9, the Checo train, has now got to get past Pierre Gasly in the Alpine, ex-Red Bull driver. Wasn't the Red Bull for a bit. Crazy. Pierre Gasly, man, he's a quick driver, isn't he? Well, the Esteban Ocon's also been doing well this season, but very unlucky here. They had some mechanical issues. Looks like George Russell has basically overcut, or whatever it is, Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc, Ferrari have undercut themselves here. Because if George Russell pits now, he ends up ahead of Charles Leclerc. Anantha says chances of rain. I think chances of rain is relatively high. Cretian Custom Bass Guitar says, how is Perez washed, you decking pleb? Honestly, I don't have any decking. So, if I had deck, I would love to have decking. If I had decking, I would power wash it, I would varnish it. I would wash it for sure, a bit like Sergio Perez is washed. Jerome, what are the chances Max crashes? I don't know, I'd say about 3%. 3%. Matthew Russell isn't gaining on Piastri. No, he isn't, but Russell might be trying to convert his strategy into a one-stop here. I think he might be going really long. Lewis Hamilton on the medium tyres is only, I say only, he's almost exactly 5 seconds behind George Russell. So it depends, you know, would Lewis Hamilton rather be on that softer tyre near the end and gain 5 seconds more on, you know, lighter fuel load? We will see. 23 laps to go, by the way, so we're not a million miles away from half race distance, and we've only had a handful of pit stops. Only had a handful. Hulkenberg needed to pit, obviously. I think Nick De Vries pitted as well, and Charles Leclerc has pitted, but his headphones. I never know how to wear headphones. Thanks, Flacky. Yeah, hit that like button if you're doing the stream. That subscribe button as well. Peter hitting 40 degrees here. Lando pushing up the temperature even more. Moomba saying Perez is picking up the pace. We will see. Keep an eye on those lap times. Mark says, "Where's the rain? Where's the lamb sauce? I ordered rain, damn it, and I ordered it 5 minutes ago." Rain is somewhere in the area. Vincent Nick Manigos says, "Can the Aston Martin catch up?" No. Aston Martin are not looking good here. I think Alonso's going to get overtaken by Gasly. I think Alonso's going to get overtaken by Perez. I think we'll actually see a battle between Alonso and Alex Albon, which is crazy. But I think, you know, the Aston and the Williams here might be kind of parity. Even, by the way, Logan Sargent up in P13. You can get a cheeky shout out for Logan Sargent here. Ahead of both Alfa Romeos, ahead of both Hasses, and a bit ahead of both AlphaTauri. So great race for Williams so far. And they are currently just in the points, or in the point. The rain is raw. Russell is ahead of Leclerc already when it comes to pitting. Leclerc is down in 13th place. He is running into the back of Lance Stroll. George Russell's in clean air and he's on soft tyre. So I think he's basically ended up ahead of Charles Leclerc. Aaron says, did Norris have a chance to grab P1 position? Almost said pistachios there. He has a chance. I say Lando Norris has about a 25% chance of winning this race. Anyone disagree with that? Lando Norris, 25% chance of winning?
Is that a lockup?
Welcome to Sheikh Mansour in the house. Your boy Pep Guardiola's at track. First podium for Piastri. We'd love to see it. All the Australian fans. We had Keith Bennett yesterday gifting some memberships in the stream. He's a big Oscar Piastri fan. Vaccinating 5p. And that is, what's your take on... Open question, that one, isn't it? Open question. I'm very surprised we haven't seen George Russell pit. Very surprised. Fab, why did Charles pit so early? The Ferraris just really seemed to struggle on that tyre wear. We saw Charles Leclerc do the same thing in Barcelona, where he bottled quali and then bottled the race as well by pitting really early off the hard tyres. Lando can't... No, I said Lando has a 3% chance of spinning. Right? Listen to my words very carefully. Verstappen has a 3% chance of spinning. Lando has a 25% chance of winning this race. If you could get odds, what that means, I'm not a gambling man. Hell, I've just been to Vegas. I know I'm not a gambling man. Although I did win at poker. I actually won quite a bit of poker, 3-hand poker. But that means if you could get odds on Lando Norris being like 1-9 or 1-10 to win this race, then I think that's a decent one. I don't know. I'm not very good. I'm not very good at this. Sungoon says, Piastri's doing so good at OMG. Welcome Fab, Jerome, Teza, Moomba, and Sheikh Mansour as well. Sakara saying he's passed him. Who's passed who? Who's passed who? I've missed the news. Bets on Verstappen crashing. Well, depends how much pressure he feels under. Lando Norris... Look, when does Max Verstappen need to pit? If you're Red Bull here, you're on the medium tyre. It looks to be quite handy. Bear with me. Let's just pit one of our drivers.
Box.
If you're Max Verstappen, you want to go as far as possible on these medium tyres. You want to go to lap 51 and then get on the soft tyre, right? So that's what you want to do with Max Verstappen. You want to build as much advantage as you can. You don't want to end up in the midfield where you have to overtake people. There's chances people can lock up and crash into you. You might lose time. So Max Verstappen just wants to stay in the lead as long as possible. A 10-1 losing bit is still a losing bit. Yes, it is. Is it raining already? Are we there yet? No, it's not. Science being called into the pit. Science box. Carlos Science is going to go in. That's going to promote... Lewis Hamilton up to P5. Just one position behind George Russell. George Russell, really, I don't think has gained too much by being on the softs, although he is showing that the softs can do at least 27 laps. So people could pit now and go on the softs till the end. Water vapour has started falling on the track. That is unconfirmed. Unconfirmed. How high is Lando? I reckon Lando just wants to be keeping it cool. Just doing what he's doing. Remember, he's done thousands and thousands of laps. He knows what he's doing. Carlos Sainz comes into the pits. Jack goes up. Tyres go off. Tyres go on. It's a good stop. Everyone at Ferrari breathes a sigh of relief. It's a 2.4. Very good parity there between the Leclerc stop and the Sainz stop. Martin... winning Silverstone is Max's goal redemption for 2021. People cheering Max, almost dying. The big crash Max had. Lewis says Ferrari are useless. We will see. Everyone's got to pit at some stage. Everyone needs to pit. And after, what's your take on Norris' performance and what's going on with Hamilton this season? I think Mercedes in a bit of a rebuild season. I think Mercedes will come back stronger next season. I really, really, really do. But... you know, McLaren, the upgrade package, this could be the return of McLaren. I've taken the mick out of McLaren many, many, many times for winning the sponsorship championship, for just being an absolute meme on social media. Who wants to see Pep Guardiola become a F1 team principal? Nobody speak. Sungi Ferrari strat sucks. Norris saying, how's the hard tyre looking at others? And McLaren saying, hard tyre doesn't look amazing, but it's our best option. So Norris looking to go to medium to hard. Kind of surprised they're not going to go onto the softs, given what George Russell's doing. Will they put Piastri onto the softs? Ferrari and Checo could be perfect combination, yeah. Washed car, washed driver. By the way, Brad Pitt is currently in 20th place. Because of Esteban Ocon retiring, Brad Pitt, although he's now 14.3 seconds behind Nico Hülkenberg in 20th place, he is in 20th place. So Brad Pitt is 10 positions away from scoring points here. Proving all of the doubters wrong. Aaron, I want 7-Up. Yes, wasn't 7-Up sponsor, was it Jordan or Benetton? Jordan or Benetton, sponsored by them. Zachary says, Leclerc to Red Bull, question mark? No. Although, that would be sick. Driver swap with Sergio. ACPW Matt's turning up the speed now, having an onboard here with Lando Norris. How do the tyres look? The tyres look pretty good, to be honest. Can't see any flat spots. Can't see any graining. Can't really see any sort of, like, you know, really adverse deg on the tyres, all 4 tyres. We need Frito Dido. I don't know what Frito Dido is. Brad Dingwell in an F3 car. Christopher, I hope Andretti Cadillac gets approved. I'd love to see a Corvette F1 racing car. A yellow, bright yellow Corvette F1. George Russell's in off the soft tyres. Who is the GOAT in F1? Has to be Pastor Maldonado, race winner. George Russell comes in off the softs and he's going onto the medium tyre. So Mercedes not going to use a hard tyre here for George Russell. 3.9 stop though, very slow. Is that a Red Bull behind? That is, so yeah, Sergio Perez behind as well, I've just spotted. Sergio Perez, what is he going to go on to? They do a 2.4. That's crazy how close Sergio Perez is then to George Russell, right? George Russell just comes out ahead of Lance Stroll. Really, really, really bad start. Oscar Piastri is going to come into the pits now. Welcome Vanessa Tromelin and Amatul. Who's the GOAT in F1? I've already answered that question. So what's going to happen? What is Piastri going to go on to? Piastri has got the call to box box. That means go into the pits. Into your pit box, and we're going to swap your tyres. Is Brad Pitt really racing? Now, Brad Pitt is more than racing. He is competing. Yeah, let's see. Oscar Piastri, they're coming out with the tyres. Hard tyres for McLaren. One of the mechanics almost trips over himself. That would have been embarrassing. What's the pit going to be for Oscar Piastri? I'm going to let you know. Let's have a look. Piastri comes in. Piastri comes in from P3. Pit crew's ready for him. He's going to do some adjustment on the front wing as well. Jack goes up. Adjustment on the front wing. So, very slick stop. What is it going to be? A 2.4 again, matching the Ferraris there and quicker than Mercedes. Same as Red Bull as well. And Oscar Piastri comes out ahead of Alex Albon. So Piastri is now ahead of Alex Albon and behind Pierre Gasly. So I think that's a pretty nice spot to drop out from. So that's where Verstappen and Lando Norris, I think, will come out as well. I think Lando and Verstappen, I think Verstappen might, if Verstappen pits, I think will come out just behind Lewis Hamilton at this rate. So maybe Verstappen is waiting for Hamilton to pit. I don't know. As we see Carlos Sainz overtake Lance Stroll. Carlos Sainz has pitted, so he's on fresh tyres. Lance Stroll, I don't believe, is on fresh tyres. Yeah, we'll see what the hard... Maybe McLaren going to see what Oscar Piastri does on the hards, and then we'll see. Nicky Lauder, thanks Playwright. Playwright is rooting for Lando. We'll see. George Russell... Oh, I thought he was in the pits again. Looking at the slow stop. It was just generally a little bit tardy. I'm not sure their figures are right. They said a 3.9 stop. It didn't look like a 3.9. I think F1 might have got that stopwatch a bit wrong. Just a little bit tardy. George Russell, oh my no, he's behind Charles Leclerc again. George Russell's behind Charles Leclerc again because of that slow stop. No, George Russell must be fuming. He's sweating away in that Mercedes. How about Ayrton Senna? Who's Ayrton Senna? But yeah, I think Verstappen won't want to pit until Hamilton pits. And obviously, if Verstappen were to pit now, then Lando Norris would be in the lead. Can Alonso catch up with Hamilton? No. Do you expect Max to perform well in the coming seasons? You should be a journalist, Nathan. Your questions are like the Jeremy Paxman of Formula 1. I expect Max. I think he will perform well in upcoming seasons. Welcome, Bunny Teju. Welcome, Clack D as well. And there we go. George Russell is all over. Oh! Trying to go around the outside of the Ferrari. Does it. Goes clean round the outside of Charles Leclerc. Gets it done this time. They're going to go down the old straight into Copse. Is there a DRS here? I'm trying to see. Well, Ferrari doesn't have DRS open. And they've got Maggotts and Beckett. So you expect the Ferrari to kind of get away through Maggotts and Beckett and then sort of not be vulnerable on the Stowe straight. We'll see. Rain would be great for those who pit it, yeah, but I've got sun now. You can see me a bit of sun reflecting off me. Oscar Piastri gets around Pierre Gasly. Just seeing some news here that Russell might be a threat to the McLarens. We will see. Pierre Gasly dives into the pits, by the way. Maybe why I didn't fight that so hard. So Pierre Gasly's in the pits. That opens up a box for Lewis Hamilton. He won't need to get past Gasly now. So as all the chess pieces are all sort of moving around on the board. 32 laps in, by the way. Sports, am I in 2008 or something? McLaren PT-P3? Yeah, it's back in the... Ron Dennis is back. It's Chrome. Aston Martin are going to be here for Lance Stroll, and then presumably Fernando Alonso will come in the next lap. Here's Lance Stroll coming in off the mediums and onto the softs. Okay, so Lance Stroll is going onto the soft tyre. Wow, it's hot. Ooh, it's hot in the UK. Viewer count goes high. That's how we roll. If you're watching the stream, if you like the stream, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Be in the next roll call like Sports and Chili and Jonathan Gari. Hit that like button as well. And we're gonna go straight into a premiere after the stream. We're gonna give you an inside look at the F1 circuit in Las Vegas, exclusive, never before seen, insane access immediately following this stream. So don't go anywhere. Oh, there's a car on fire. There's a Haas barbecue on the straight. You could grill your hot dogs on that. Flames coming out of the back of the Haas. We saw Nico Hulkenberg end up in flames in free practice in Canada. And now there's another Haas. It is, this time, I think, Kevin Magnussen. Virtual safety car, VSC. Can expect Max Verstappen to come in. Can expect Lando Norris to come in. Can expect Lewis Hamilton to come in. So if you're Pierre Gasly, you're regretting not going another one. They're going to need to recover that Haas car. It's on fire, burning away on the straight. Safety car, no. They've gone for VSC, but struggled to see. Oh, another Ferrari in the pit again? What the hell? Why is a Ferrari in the pit again? Charles Leclerc's in the pits again. Ferrari are just doing some mad strat here. Mad strat Ferrari, we should call them. Going on to another set of mediums. They think it's a cheap pit stop. Oh, almost gets overtaken there by a... Well, he does. It gets overtaken by William in the pit. Sorry, almost unsafe relief into the Williams. And in fact, Sergio Perez keeps going round and comes out just ahead of both of them. Let me explain what happened. Charles Leclerc was doing a pit stop. Did almost an unsafe release in trying to get past the Williams. So Williams gets ahead in the pit lane. That's Alex Albon. As Albon and Leclerc come out of the pits, Sergio Perez sweeps past them. Did Sergio Perez overtake them under VSC? We will see. Hamilton's got the call to box. Andrew's saying unsafe release. Do we think it's an unsafe release? What's going on with Bottas? Bottas, I don't know, frankly. You tell me. You tell me what's going on with Bottas. Bottas is having a very anonymous race, so he's not high on my radar. Verstappen and Norris not pitting yet, but did they just miss? Were they unlucky where they were? Here we go, pit entry, and yes, the McLaren comes in of Lando Norris. It is now full safety car. Full safety car condition. Max Verstappen is in, Lando Norris is in, and Hamilton's in. Absolutely perfect for these three drivers. They are going to get a free pit stop here. Verstappen's going to come out and again in the lead. I'm having a look here at the radar. You might see as well. I wonder if Hamilton might get jumped here by Alonso. No, Alonso will need to pit. Alonso will need to pit, surely, yeah. And Oscar Piastri. I wonder if Piastri is going to jump Hamilton here. I don't know. It's safety car. Is Oscar Piastri going to jump Lewis Hamilton? Or is Hamilton going to have jumped Oscar Piastri under safety car? That's the way I should be talking about it. My bad. It's going to be close on the exit here. Hamilton, Oscar Piastri. Hamilton gets ahead of Oscar Piastri. Sorry, I read that all the wrong way around, obviously. Hamilton has jumped Oscar Piastri. The podium is now Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton, as I called it. As I called it. Wow, Hamilton is on the podium. Zad says, you look good and you understand what you say. Ugh. Ziad, stop it with the compliments, my friend. Welcome back, Last Bright Words, Daniel Frost and Kat Martin. Hit that subscribe button, by the way, if you're enjoying the stream. If you want to support what we do, if you want to see more of these, please hit that subscribe. You guys and girls make this possible. Very close to actually 50,000 subscribers. Let me check. Let me give you a roll call here. Wow. Less than 500 away from 50,000 subscribers. If there's 2,500 people watching. If you want to see us to get to 50,000 on this stream, then hit that subscribe button. We can do it. Please, please, please. Let's do it on this stream. Let's get to 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. In this stream, we have the power. Like, if everyone made sure they're subscribed right now, we would do it. I want to see in the next roll call, I want to see loads of names. Safety car here. But yeah, big for Lewis Hamilton there. Oscar Piastri, yes, he did lose out. He had pitted just for a safety car. Sungim GF, I love how you comment, damn, as a first live watcher, you make it easier to understand, lol. Russell might pick a podium right there. Rolling off the Haas. They're rolling it off the straight. So we're going to end safety car pretty soon, I think. Having a look here, what happened to the Haas.
Has just pitted.
Let's see. Yeah, just smoke, flame. Maxim, very experienced, gets off the racing line very soon to avoid dropping oil on the racing line. Big flames coming out. Then it dies down. Might be an internal fire extinguisher or something. What lap are we in, brother? We are. I will let you know when we come off the replay. Bear with me. Expecting a dramatic ending. Well, it is going to be a safety car restart now. Not a VSC, full safety car. So we are going to see Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton very close to Max Verstappen, but we're now not expecting any more pit stops. Not expecting any more pit stops in the race unless it rains. Wow, this is the hardest shot in history as Kevin Magnussen jumps out of his burning Haas. Do you think we'll see a new edition of a Perez science battle only last week? Oh, Perez and P8, we will see. So the Haas barbecue's now on the side of the track. Safety car probably will come in a lap or so. Advert for Paramount Plus. Not sure Sky would be too happy about that. I thought Paramount were banned from sponsoring Chelsea because Sky blocked it. It's like a replay button. Yes, Vanessa Tromlane. Official! Wow, official Vanessa Tromlane in the house. We are on lap 35, everyone. Lap 35 out of 52. First time to the channel, never leaving. And Nath is just camping up. And Nath is building a block of flats in the channel. Just that's it. This is where I am now. Let you know when the safety car's going to come in. But yes, we've got Verstappen in P1, Lando Norris P2. By the way, Norris on the hard tyre, Verstappen and Hamilton on the soft. So big tyre difference there. Did we cancel? Are you from the USA? Yes. With this accent, I'm from the USA. I'm from Tennessee. Why have they put hards on the McLarens? I don't know. Maybe they think it's a better tyre for them. But they botched Lando under safety car, so they had the chance to change it. But do we think Hamilton is now odds on to finish P2? Could Hamilton be odds on to finish P2 here? I really think so. Ziad says Norris doing much better, but honestly, he's got Lewis Hamilton behind him on soft tyres. So The Hamilton strat could be a big brain strat here. Checo on soft, SAINZ on hards. Welcome John Dela Cruz, Maria. Whoa, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do the full roll call. John Dela Cruz, Maria, Journey, Sasha O'Rourke, Aaron, Mavula, Michael Mowell, John Lee, Bente Kemmer, Sickle, Rianne Head, John Varghese, Kieran NS, Project Mania, Candy Alvarez. What a name. Candy Alvarez in the house. Lisa Hall, Vio Uncube, Gerardo Hernandez, Living Alone Diaries. Keep it coming, everyone. Keep smashing that subscribe button. Get us to 50k today. I've got an exclusive premiere for you coming immediately after the race where we flew to Las Vegas and we got some inside access to the Las Vegas F1 track. There's no video like this that exists at the moment. You can't get this information, can't get these views, can't get this insight anywhere else. And that all costs money, and it's all thanks to your support of this channel that makes it possible. So if you're watching right now and you are subscribed, I appreciate you. You guys and girls make this channel. So if you're watching and you're subscribed, you can pat yourself on the back. You know, it's free, but it's absolutely amazing. Simon says, Lewis P2, for sure. Will Piastri podium? Will Piastri podium? We will see. It's almost not my... Oh, my barbecue sauce looks gross. Oh, I'm not going to show you that. It's emulsified. Wow, almost threw up by the sight of it. Now they're recovering the Haas car onto a lorry on the track. So for some reason they couldn't wheel it behind the barrier and they're having to put it onto a truck. So we're going to get a real extended safety car here, by the way. Because that truck now needs to get to the nearest exit point. Oh, thanks Black on the LPH. Who has the fastest lap tour now? It is Sergio Perez. The man who may be washed, maybe not washed. Thanks Rehana, thanks Hadis. Ziad says Lando is third. Lando is third. You think Russell can get to P3? No, I think Russell's on a... He's not on the better strat compared to Lewis Hamilton, because Lewis Hamilton's on the better tyre. So, hasn't really worked out for George Russell. Cat Martin, Nathan Vega, it's a parade when the Knights won Stanley Cup was reduced. Yeah, the resurfacing is crazy, but congratulations to the Las Vegas Knights. Winning the Stanley Cup, winning the NHL, the ice hockey. You would not expect the NHL to be won by a team in Las Vegas in the middle of the desert, but there we go. And I think it was the Chicago Blackhawks who had the first pick this year in the draft. Man, F1 would love to do a draft, do an F2 draft. That would, I think Liberty Media just like, yeah. Master Shiro, thanks to these live streams from F1, absolute legend, mate. Greens from Australia. I hope all is good in Australia, my friend. Tennessee barbecue sauce the best. This ain't Tennessee, this is KFC. And you know what? I'm going to hide that. I'm going to rotate this chair like this. Don't want to see that again. There we go. Rotate the chair. Natasha's tired of Verstappen. When you're tired of Verstappen, you're tired of life. Is Lando going to be happy about being on the hard tyres, or is he going to be furious? I don't know. Jacqueline Page saying P1 Lewis Hamilton, it is coming. Chat, who we got in the chat? We got more Verstappen fans, more Norris fans, more Hamilton fans, right? Verstappen or Lando Norris or Hamilton. Let us know which of those three drivers you're supporting. That is the top three. Which of those three drivers are you supporting? Verstappen, Hamilton or Norris? I'm really interested to see. Who do you think will be driver of the day? I think Piastri as a rookie is absolutely smashing it here, but let's see. Long way to go in the race still. Thanks Candy for the love heart. Mark, Verstappen needs to Verstappen. Get out of here. I'll time you out for that, Mark. Uday says Alonso, Zhao, Russell, ACPW, Hamilton, Joshy Hamilton, Trini Hamilton, Martin Verstappen, Greasy Hamilton, Nicholas McLaren, Amy Verstappen, Zachariah Norris, Vlak today Norris, Carson Norris, and Piastri. Tariq is Norris. Ameltu is Hamilton. Aaron loves all race drivers. Lisa's Hamilton, Ziad Max, Cabbage Hamilton, Amir Norris, T-Dog Norris, Bernard Max, Dominic Verstappen, and Hamilton. Get out of here. Martin, Josh Verstappen, Steve Verstappen. Amel, I've lost track here. Amel Hamilton, Candy Checo, Lewis Albon, Jim Davis, excellent commentary. Pirandru, I want something miraculous to happen, such as Lewis wins, and you're doing some black magic. I've told you about doing this voodoo in the chat. Enough with the voodoo, please. Gaming Learning Hub, says Hamilton. What is the Gaming Learning Hub? Gaming Learning Hub. Gaming Learning Hub, you got to be... That's not learning, that's spam, my friend. Ah, Gaming Learning Hub. Timed out. I wanted to know more about the Gaming Learning Hub as well. Still on the safety car, by the way. We're on lap 37 out of 52. You do the maths. Sheikh Mansour saying Verstappen. Timo Alonso coming up. Tariq, my friend. It's lap 38 out of 52. Is Charles washed? Savage. Yes, he's in P10. How does a man start in P5 and end up in P10 without being washed? Dominic, I'm rooting for Ham, honestly, but I love Verstappen. You have some inner demons to work out there, Dominic. You need to see a psychiatrist. Versus Jamilton. What's Jamilton? How many laps left? I see. Fair play. Honestly, I don't know why everyone's sitting on the safety car, by the way. Just Ferrari things, yeah. Ferrari explains it. How do you... It's like that thing, how do you become a millionaire? Start by being a billionaire. It's like, how do you end up in P10 in the race? Start by being P4 in a Ferrari. Welcome Daniel, ATH, Alex Bone Channel, Mr. Offerta, Dick Bosch, Reddit Monster, Bongerman, Joe Palacio, Timu 79, Siegfried Cracker, and Zildian Gonzalez. Cabbage Patch, Ferrari just won't stop doing Ferrari things with Charles. Yeah, I know. Navdeep, Rathod, I wished Leclerc, but Max is going to win P1. Mark says, Chawash Leclerc doesn't really work. Doesn't work. Nah, not going to rate it. Still under safety car, by the way. Ziad, you should get hired an F1 commentary. I should hire an F1 commentator to do this. Be a lot more professional. It's VSC song. We're under safety car. It's safety car right now. Safety car. And the safety car this weekend is a Mercedes. For those of you keeping tabs. Black says, welcome to all new subs. Yeah, welcome to all new subs. All the new legends of the community. Absolute heroes. Like the take. Oh my word, we just gained 100 subscribers in about 5 minutes. Chat, we are now 360 subscribers away from getting 50,000 subscribers. We want to do it on this stream. Let's get to 50k on this stream. That means that before I go out of full-time YouTube, we will have got up to 50k. Insane. Welcome Nirav Coral Garankar. Oh, we're racing again. We're racing. Max Verstappen with a good start. Okay. Max Verstappen with a good start. Lando Norris with a terrible start, and Lewis Hamilton's all over him. So, as you might expect here, Lando Norris on the hard tyre is a complete mismatch. It's like in rugby when you have a winger running at a prop. And we've got Lewis Hamilton here running at Lando Norris, who's on the hard tyre, goes defensive, go over the dust they put off over the Haas. Hamilton going to try and go around the outside here, backs out of it. So Lando Norris keeps to position. Hamilton tries to go around the outside again. Lando squeezes him, does leave space, but Hamilton backs out of it. To be fair, they're going into the old pit straight here. Is Hamilton going to put an inside wheel up at Copse? We will see. He's got a great run. Lando goes very defensive to the wall. Hamilton might try and go around the outside of Copse, doesn't do it. Right, through Copse now. Hamilton was really badly compromised after setting himself through Magus and Beckett, and then try down Stowe straight into Stowe, maybe go inside, maybe go outside before the last sequence of corners. Let's see. He's got Oscar Piastri a little bit for company as well. Come, Mr. Cameraman, show us down the straight. Here we go. Lewis Hamilton doesn't quite have the speed here. He was massively compromised through Copse. So it is still Verstappen in the lead, 1.6 seconds ahead of Lando Norris. Lando Norris on the hard tyres just doesn't seem to be working well. Then it might just be up to temperature right now. So let's see. This is a case of, are we going to see a Max Verstappen 1-2 at Silverstone? Quality from Norris. No worries, Candy. Ferrari to break out the Ouija board and summon louder spirit to straighten things out. We will see. Max Verstappen, by the way, does the fastest lap off the back of a safety car restart. Hello, what's that about? Playwright saying praying for rain. We will see. Rain would make things very interesting right now. There are 12 laps to go. 12 laps to go, so a decent amount of time to go here at Silverstone. Big circuit. Big drivers. Big drama. Hamilton trying to go around the outside again. Will he try a different strategy here? Will he try and not compromise? Oh, Norris goes wide and Hamilton takes a really opportune line. Is he going to keep his nose on the inside here? Norris surely has to... Oh, they're going to be side by side going into Copse. They're going to be... Norris just pulls ahead. They were almost side by side going into Copse. I'm surprised Hamilton didn't get that to work. Great defense there by Lando Norris. Absolutely insane defense from Lando. We saw these two drivers, Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris, go head to head at Sochi in the rain. By the way, Lance Stroll's under investigation, something under the safety car. But again, Lando Norris is going to live to fight another day. George Russell's on the radio saying the McLaren is so quick on these hards. Impressive. So, hang on, the McLaren's on the hards and the Mercedes are on softs and mediums, respectively, for Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. Maybe the hards are kind of working for the McLaren. Very different philosophies of cars, obviously. People saying that the McLaren is very heavily influenced by the Red Bull. Chris saying, let's go Hamilton. Marcus saying, Norris fans. Any Norris fans? Who will put an end to Verstappen's streak? I don't know. DRS has now been enabled. So is that going to make the difference here? But Hamilton was able to go up the inside at a very unusual place and try and get in the move done. But Lando Norris is proving that maybe he is the #1 driver from Great Britain right now in that P2 position and doing some absolutely great, hard, fair defense. The sort of stuff we'd like to see in KCR. By the way, if you want to join our Discord, over 3,000 people, link in the description. Sign up to our newsletter as well. There'll be a newsletter coming out tomorrow morning at sim.doctor. It's a sim.doctor in your browser. Go there, sign up to the newsletter, exclusive stuff, giveaways, goodies, all that kind of stuff. Don't miss out. Piastri catching up to Hamilton. And Matt's saying, come on, Lewis Hamilton, we will see. Lance Stroll was trying to go around the outside of someone at Stowe and went all over the sausage curb there. So, but the question is, did Gasly give him the space? Questionable whether Gasly gave him the space, actually. So I'm not sure whether Lance Stroll will need to give that position back because Gasly might have squeezed him all over the curb. Lewis Hamilton is 8 tenths behind Lando Norris. We saw George Russell struggle on the soft tyres to get past Charles Leclerc. Why on earth did Charles Leclerc pit under safety car, by the way? Like, can someone just explain to me, please, why does Charles Leclerc pit under safety car? I mean, Ferrari's strategies, are they living on the moon or something? What are they doing? Callie thinks Max Verstappen's going to win. Good to see someone supporting the underdog in chat. And Lewis Hamilton is 7 tenths behind Lando, and Lando is 2.5 behind Max Verstappen. Can Hamilton finish P2? We will see. We will see. Speedforce saying Norris is making mistakes. TTV saying Lando for P1. Marcus's team is washed. Everyone's been washed in this chat. I'm just saying Ferrari's strat is comical. Verstappen saying it doesn't really feel good this tyre, but he's 3 seconds ahead. He's eking out about a second a lap now on Lando Norris. Is he going to get the fastest lap though? Will we see someone else go for it? We will see. Ferrari is beyond our comprehension. Yeah, we're not yet emancipated enough to understand Ferrari. They're operating on a different plane. How far is Piastri behind Hamilton? He is 1.5 seconds behind Nicola. 1.5. Now down to 1.3 on my screen. Bose says, I hate Max too. Who said they hated Max? Oh, Trini Bended. Why Gran Yuzo 3 stopped? Just for the bants. Just for the banter, really. Just because they can. Max is only ahead by 2.7 seconds washed. I'm going to get a washed emoji. We'll get a washing machine. So you can just spam that. What's going on now? Lewis Hamilton falling back. Wow, I really think that was the opportunity to get past Lando Norris. We saw there the Mercedes kind of has that window. And then maybe it turns off the softs a little bit. We will see. How many laps left? We're on lap 43 out of 52. So 9 laps remaining, everyone. 9 laps remaining. 9 laps to go of the Grand Prix. Bose saying Russell will take over Gasly. Norris for the podium. Well, I think Norris at the moment is looking pretty good for P2. The question is Oscar Piastri? Yeah, no further investigation for Lance Stroll. That's how I saw it. As a racer myself, if you're squeezed off the track, then you end up going off the track. So it's a bit like Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen at Abu Dhabi 2021. If you get squeezed off the track, then I'm going to go off the track. James Reed got a shower out there. Helmet cam is amazing, yes. Although Lance Stroll did get a black and white flag for that. So you get a black and white flag but not a penalty. I'm not sure about that, stewards. Stewards are washed. Hamilton still within DRS striking range. He has DRS open as they go down straight into Sober. Cannot get the move done. You are racing nice. Yes, I'm actually I've driven a GT3 racing car. Carson says Max Box, play right, enjoy this restart and battle for P2. Yes, and Sergio Perez is in P8. Drives up the inside of Carlos Sainz. It's a do or die. Oh my word, Sergio Perez played with fire there because he dove up the inside in the penultimate corner, went over the sausage curb, and he went airborne. And if you go airborne too much there, oh my word, it's a disaster for Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz loses out to Alex Albon as well. Alex Albon overtakes Carlos Sainz. Alex Albon, oh sorry, what is going on here? Is that a puncture or something? Carlos Sainz is dropping. Carlos Sainz is just... I've never seen a driver lose so many positions. He's now losing out to Charles Leclerc as well. Alex Albon's up into P8. The Ferraris are battling each other. Carlos Sainz is just... My word. Washed, I think is the only word to describe it. Carlos just had like the worst series of corners I've ever seen. Although to be fair, Sergio Perez just mugged him silly there. Now Pierre Gasly is all over him. The battle for the midfield. This is where it's at right now. Sergio Perez and Gasly going side by side into Copse. Oh, Sainz and Gasly. Sainz ends up coming out ahead, I should say. Lance Stroll's there as well. So I think Gasly got past Stroll in the end. Got back past Stroll. Average Ferrari performance. Words cannot describe what Ferrari are doing in this race. They started P5. They started P4 and P5. Great position. I said yesterday, Ferrari will be quietly happy with that. They're now down in P9 and P10, and it looks like they might not have even finished in the points. Christopher, I don't know why I still support the ponies. What is Ferrari doing? Carlos Sainz leaving McLaren to go to Ferrari. You must be thinking, what? Andrew, Carlos will be sponsored by Purcell soon. Washed. Yes, indeed. Sugioto's announced, I am from Indonesia. Any more announcements you've got, Sugioto? Anything else you want to let the world know about? Welcome to She Whale. Welcome Double O, Mercedes, Talk, Irina, Mariam, Carly, Alexander Fekes, Carl Wamadan, Jamie, Kid, Pisces, and Christine, Apex Mister, and Kalilur. My word, chat. We are. Let me do an old refresh. Oh, 310 subscribers away. 310 subscribers. Speed Force. I could have been at Silverstone, but I wanted to be here with you. I wanted to stream. Oh, Ferrari trying to go up the inside of Pierre Gasly. It's Carlos Sainz. Oh, to be fair, Carlos Sainz goes up the inside of Pierre Gasly at Copse. I'm going to need to see a replay of that because that could be overtake of the day. For Carlos Sainz confirmed not washed. We're on lap 45, by the way. I think Carlos Sainz just overtook Pierre Gasly on the inside of Copse. I genuinely think that just happened. By the way, Sergio Perez is all over Fernando Alonso here. This is a battle for P6. Fernando Alonso's in trouble. Perez could get a P6 here. Perez he loves doing like last to first. He started P16. And he's gonna finish at least P6. Welcome Rohan Chandak.
Copy.
First time. Oh, it must be Gasly. He's off the track here, and he just got damage or trouble. And there must have been contact with Carlos Sainz. I'm on board with him, but he must have damage. Yeah, suspension damage. Must have been contact with Carlos Sainz. Did Carlos Sainz send it over a sausage curb again? Hopefully Pierre Gasly will make it round, or maybe he will cause another safety car. Who would a safety car benefit? Otmar's not happy, so Pierre Gasly, both, we're going to have DNFs of both Alpines here. Is technically a home track for Alpine. They're based near Silverstone. Not actually French. They're based near Silverstone. I believe. Did I get that right? Did I get that right? The Enstone. It's the Enstone team, isn't it? Enstone. Blanchka says, nice. Gasly's Alpine is crab walking. Yeah, I haven't seen what happened to it, though. I haven't seen. Oh my word, I need to restart the race. Let me just keep... Ah, damn it. Verstappen won the 17th anniversary. Was that the sprint? Did he win the sprint race though? By the way, Sergio Perez has got ahead of Lance Stroll here. Sergio Perez is ahead of Lance Stroll. Bear with me. Just restart this. Let me know your driver of the day in the comments, by the way. I'm seeing here what happened. Oh, Gasly. Oh, very innocuous contact between, you guessed it, Lance Stroll. So Lance Stroll was involved there.
The drivers have now taken...
Lance Stroll. You know what? I got taken out like that when I was doing my, what is it? What's the racing, Motorsport UK? When I was doing my Motorsport UK Formula 3 at Silverstone, someone took me out exactly like that. Was it Chris Zaniolo or someone? Did exactly the same thing at that corner. You're never going to overtake at that corner. Lance Stroll, you have to back out. And he just basically runs into the back of Carlos Sainz. So I've had the same thing happen to me at the same corner at Silverstone there. Vlak saying Norris. Yeah, well, Norris holding on to P2. That's a strong shout. DOD Lando. Tarek saying Lewis. Get out of here, Lewis. Space saying Checo. Yeah, put your drivers of the day in. Playwright saying Lando all weekend. Zarzosa, words cannot describe. Brad Pitt is now running. Well, he's not yet. He will be running in 18th place. When he goes past Pierre Gasly, Brad Pitt will be running in it. Brad Pitt is only 8 places out of the points there. Rena saying Russell, Callie saying Norris. Massa, De Vries. Yeah, what is Nick De Vries doing? My words. Formula E world champion, but absolutely nowhere here. Welcome, Crisper. Good to see you, Crisper. Lap 48, 4 laps to go. And your order is Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton, Piastri, Russell, Perez in P6. Chat, how do we rate Perez's race today? Forget the qualifying. How would you rate his race? I mean, surely for anyone else, that would be driver of the day going from P16 to P6, right? Is that DOTD stuff? By the way, everyone, we are now 290 subscribers away from hitting 50,000. From hitting 50,000 subscribers. Is that Shakira at the track? I don't know who that is. Is that Beyonce? Shakira, I got it right, yes. Big sunglasses. I recognise a celebrity there. Old school. Yeah, but hit that subscribe button right now. You will get us to 50,000 on this stream, I'm telling you. Is it raining? It's not raining here. It's not raining on the track. I'm on Verstappen. Julia saying Piastri. Let's go 50k. Yeah, lap 48, everyone. By the way, Norris is winning the official vote. 44% hashtag blessed. Shakira in the house for Lewis Hamilton. Is that the rumour? No wonder Lewis Hamilton's in P3. No wonder Lewis Hamilton's turned it up here. If he's got Shakira in the pits. The side pods don't lie. Lando Norris with the black and white flag. I believe he had one early in the race, if I remember. So, Lando Norris might be one away from getting a 5-second penalty, which would put him behind Hamilton and Oscar Piastri. I don't know why Norris chose hard tyre. My guy, Crash Drive Animations. How can you blame McLaren for choosing a tyre where their driver is in P2? Like, come on, let's be real. Don't know why Norris chose hard tyre. A, Norris didn't choose it, McLaren probably chose it. And B, it's worked out for them. It's worked out for them. Cloudwalker said Shakira worth 5/10 at least. Beast will be seeing the rise of Formula E soon. Beast, I'm going to be at Formula E next weekend. I'm going to be doing a grid walk for the Formula E Prix at Rome. So if you want to see me do stuff, let me know in the comments of my previous Formula E videos what you want to see. Do you want to see me live stream from Formula E as well? Should we live stream Formula E? If so, I have to buy a SIM card. I'll buy a SIM card for Rome, and we can do some live streaming around Formula E. So very happy to do that if you guys want to see it. The difference between Formula 1 and Formula E. Susie says 2.6k watching. Yeah, welcome everyone. But can we get those subs up? I know you're all trying. Oh my word, we had another huge one. We're now just 260 away. We're 260. We're about to go sub 200. Hit that subscribe button. If you're watching, you will be. It's going to be a very special moment to hit 50,000 subscribers after many years on YouTube. Live on the stream would be crazy. By the way, 5-second penalty for car 18. I believe that's Lance Stroll. So Lance Stroll's day goes from bad to worse. He's going to get a 5-second penalty, 2 laps to go. Live stream Formula E, okay. Formula E's trash. Thanks, Ender. Thanks, Trini Ben. Black and white flag for Norris. That's just a warning, remember. But if he exceeds track limits one more time... But everyone was exceeding track limits there, from what I just saw. Kireth is driver of the day. On this channel, by the way, you're also going to see me drive. The video's already. You're going to see me drive a Ferrari 488 GT3 car. The car that I love driving in sim racing, driven for many, many, many hours. I've got a video of me driving that car and crashing that car. So keep an eye out for that video. And immediately after the stream, I'm going to give you an inside look at the F1 at Las Vegas. Last week I flew to Las Vegas, and you're going to see every single corner at the F1 track at Las Vegas. They're best places to sit. I think I found some sneaky places you can watch for cheap as well in the video. Thanks, Reynolds. I think Florence Pooh. Is it Pooh or Pug? Maybe Florence Pug. Maybe she's a Peugeot fan. Is going to wave the flag because we've entered the last lap here. We're on to the last lap, everyone. Amazing stuff. And I want to see the scenes as Lando Norris goes over. It won't be a Norris penalty gaming. For a learning hub, you need to listen a little bit more to what I'm saying. A black and white flag is just a warning. It's just a warning. So it's not a penalty yet, but if he does it one more time, he'll get a black flag. And a black flag, I know, having had many black flags in my racing time, will be a 5-second penalty. I saw in the F1 Academy, which is the all-female racing series, I think they had a 0.3-second penalty. Whoa, new drop on the subscribers, Lunda. Oh, Anthony saw me in Vegas. Anthony saw me in Vegas. You saw me winning at... No, I lost at Harrah's. I lost at Harrah's. I won at Caesar's Palace. Welcome, Linda Krisha. Welcome, Drake. Welcome, Garlic. Welcome, Alex. Welcome, Pera. Welcome, Catherine Diaz. Are you related to Cameron Diaz? Welcome, Charlie Carlin. Welcome, John Gibbs. Fagan. Tux Tiki, Beeg, My Sabu, Leroy, Smith, Amina, Yahanchang, Jumanji, Stephen, Wayne, Pale, Blanche. Welcome along, everyone. Candy's clumbing as well. Not today, 50 code next time. We will get it today, my friend. We will get it. You need some more faith in the community. Where's Brad Pitt? Brad Pitt currently in P18, circulating. Brad Pitt is on the medium tyre right now. Please reply to my question. I don't know what your question is. Right, on the last lap now. On the last lap, everyone. That was the penultimate lap. Now it's the last lap. And yeah, Verstappen leading. Lando Norris, 3.4 seconds behind. Is that the closest we've seen someone finish behind Max Verstappen for a very long time in Formula 1? Since Sergio Perez won a couple of races. Do you remember that? By the way, there's a Ferrari trying to go around the outside of Alex Albon, and Albon defends magnificently. This is the battle for basically P7. Alonso, Albon, Leclerc and Sainz. Leclerc and Sainz have an absolute disaster. Where would Leclerc be if he hadn't pitted a second time? Charles Leclerc, my guy, what are you doing? Watch Aston Martin if Lance Stroll's not performing. It doesn't matter because I don't know if you know who owns Aston Martin. Quackies, why is Brad Pitt even racing now for the film? I think he's trying to get his super license. I think they want to do Brad Pitt as an Andretti driver next year. Congratulations to Team McLaren. Carson saying no. Has something happened? Verstappen goes over. Verstappen takes the win. Lando, we think, is going to take P2, but are we going to see any post-race penalties as we saw in Austria? Because I've been seeing a lot of cars go over the white line in this race. But that is a great result. I feel really bad for Oscar Piastri because Oscar Piastri lost out there basically with the safety car because Hamilton overtook him under safety car. Phenomenal performance from Verstappen. I mean, flawless, yeah. Flawless performance. He wasn't leading this race. Are the McLarens closer? Maybe. Looks like McLarens are now best of the rest. What? This would be. People are saying this on Twitter. It'd be a crazy season without Red Bull. And it'd be a crazy season without Max Verstappen. If Max Verstappen just sort of took the time off here, it'd be one of the best seasons in history, right? By the way, we're now under sub 200 subscribers to get to get to 50k. We're 199 away. If you've enjoyed the stream so far, hit that like button, and we're not done yet. We are not done. Going to stay with you here. We're going to cover the driver's room. We're going to cover any post-race penalties coming in. We're going to cover the podium. We're going to cover the fan reaction. We're going to cover any of the drama. And in 15 minutes, we're going to go to a live premiere of a inside look of the Las Vegas track. Inside look of the Las Vegas track. Just going to put that here. How do you build a... It's going to be absolutely crazy, so you do not want to miss this stuff. Got absolutely packed with you. Welcome Muaz, Rick, Matthew, Joe, Shan, Cody, Juan Carlos Diaz, all of the Diazes, the DIs in today, and Rolf van Leop. Game, you're going to be so frustrated when we smash through that 50k, my friend. Congratulations, Lewis Hamilton. Very polite, Sugiyamo. Quackiest, I have a question too. Do you think I should get into kart racing? Yes, you should. Absolutely. Nothing like kart racing. I can tell you, having driven Formula cars, having driven now a GT3 car, having driven sports cars, there's nothing like karting. You are so close to the ground, completely open cockpit, all the elements, no power steering as well, so quite an intense workout. Fans absolutely loved it. It's been a great day of racing here. As we know in Formula 1, 20 drivers just had another different thing. 20 drivers turn up and Max Verstappen wins. Lewis Hamilton as well, great strategy. I was saying earlier on in the race that Hamilton was looking better than Russell. In fact, my prediction, you guys asked me for my prediction at the beginning of the race. My prediction was Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton. I don't want to say I'm some kind of seance, but I nailed the prediction. Ascender saying comeback from Lewis Hamilton. Nicola says thanks for this face. You're welcome for the face. I was born with it. Didn't have a choice, frankly. It's not like a game you can just swap it. Or randomised. Internet be struggling. Internet be struggling under the weight of the stream. No worries, Shannon. We're going to see, is there going to be any drama? All of the cars come into the pit lane. Oscar Piastri just pulls aside. He could have been on the podium, but, you know... Could have been on the podium, but, yeah, very, very, very close. Wow, it looks like Verstappen's struggling to get out of the car. Maybe this race has taken its toll on Verstappen. Maybe he's had to work really hard. He's doing a sort of, Ayrton Senna struggling to get out. By the way, if you're Oscar Piastri, do you think you're happy with this? Are you happy right now? Or missed opportunities? What do you think if you're Oscar Piastri? Max goes over, congratulates Lando. Lando has been on the podium before, but still awaiting that maiden Grand Prix win. But you know, obviously Lando will be very happy to be on the podium here at the British GP. Hamilton's been on the podium many times before, but if you're Oscar Piastri, oh my word. Are you happy? Getting close to Max's time machine. Lando's going to be over the moon, but I want to see Oscar. Oh, Oscar Piastri sort of like dawdling around. He's looking. It could have been him. The thing is, racing drivers are made a little bit differently. I reckon anyone here, we'd be happy with a fourth place at Silverstone. We'd be like over the moon. Really good points, really good drive. Racing drivers are built a little bit differently. They're a little bit, you know, to get that far. Hamilton congratulates Lando Norris. I think he'll be disappointed. Kyle says, I think Piastri's time will come, and this is already a great start for him. Andrew says, 14th podium at GB for Lewis. That is an insane stat. Is there any driver in Formula 1 history that has won more, so been on more podiums at their own Grand Prix than Lewis Hamilton? I'm not sure. More handshakes, more sort of slaps on the butt. Seems to be the thing you do in Formula 1, just slap people on the butt there. Fans are happy in the grandstand, all merched up. Fully merched. McLaren fans, Mercedes fans. Honestly, British F1 fans are like so diehard. It's generally one of the things we're football and now Formula 1 with diehard. How you get to racing real cars? Racing cars is where I started, but then I've done one-off stuff in cars. Whoa! Timothy Shitsewa and Keylor Jonathan Spellman, Mitch Gertz, Christopher Kawa, Dima Miki, Josh K, Wilson King Tway, and Top Rider Equestrian also rolling in on the sub crew. By the way, where are we? Let me have a look. Where are we? We are 180 away. 179 away. 179 away. So we need people to hit that subscribe button. Get us to the big old 50k. Lewis has got the dreads out. He's admiring the Ferrari and the McLaren, sorry. No one's admiring the Ferrari. He's admiring the McLaren. A lot of people have been saying that's a very, very, very fast car. Nicola, that's a huge boost from McLaren. They're ahead of both Ferrari and Mercedes. So now Max Verstappen is doing his post-race interview. Does he look rattled? He looks happy. I think it's his first win at Silverstone. He's obviously not had the best reaction from the fans here in the past. So close, yeah, so close. Zach Brown's happy. Oh, it's funny. Helmut Marko just got battered out of the way. You know that video of like Donald Trump going into like a G20 like leaders conference? He's just like swatting out like world leaders. He's like, get out of my way. He's like, and he stands at the front. I think that just happened with Helmut Marko. I think Zach Brown just like swatted Helmut Marko out of the way and was like, I want to speak to my boy Lando. Kind of similar vibe there. And AK feels bad for Piastri. Inspector Lewis, yeah. Lewis did some inspecting of the McLaren there. He thinks Mercedes should have gone into... The whole zero sideboard thing really hasn't worked out for Mercedes, has it? Oh, man. Oh, yeah, and then the cameraman took out Helmut Marko. Then the cameraman turned around with a big camera and went, bosh. Helmut Marko was Helmut Marko. I think he's just disintegrated. Welcome Mohammed Ruad Niaz. And Bob Badger just says, bro. How you doing, bro? Nick DeVries, by the way, down in 17th place. Oh, Danny Ricciardo's warming up in the spare car. Christopher says, Ferrari have gone backwards. He said last year. What, have you done a sentence? You just started in English. You went to France for a bit. And then you came back to England. I've never seen a sentence like that. Christian, my friend, what is that sentence about? Inspector Seb will be in fan of Inspector Lewis, yeah. Lando Norris is here now. All the people with the Mercedes fans are supporting Lando. That's what I like about Formula 1. People don't take it too seriously. It's like when you go see play England play football, like the die-hard like Liverpool fans won't support the Man U players and vice versa. They're like die-hard. I bleed for my company. I mean my team. They're all companies. And here the fans, they don't really care too much. It's like, yeah, this is racing. I rate all the drivers racing. Needs a helmet, Marco. Fair play, Mark. I rate that one. By the way, we are just 7 minutes away from the exclusive premiere revealing the F1 Las Vegas circuit. F1 Las Vegas circuit is coming very soon for you. It's going to take you over automatically. We've had 54,000 people pass through the stream, by the way. It's been a great stream. Lando looks kind of wistful. I think there's a fly. Lando's being attacked by a fly. Big drama here. The fly is coming up to Lando. The fly is about half the size of Lando. Hang on a second. Someone needs to get some help to Lando here. Zach gives him a thumbs up, but I think the fly is... The fly fancies a trophy. Where is it? Lando just jabbed a bee. Yeah. The fly was all over him there. The bee likes the smell of success, clearly. So the chrome has worked out. Will we see the chrome? Hubsman, please don't talk about football during your streams to F1. So as a West Ham season ticket supporter, I'm really interested to see how we're going to reinvest the money from Declan Rice. They've got a camera in the same part of the grandstands every time. Those fans are loving it.
Okay, copy.
Loving it. Right, now we're going to see Lewis Hamilton. More fist bumps. Lewis Hamilton does the wave to the crowd. He does that wave. He goes, you know that wave. And the fans go absolutely wild. Lewis Hamilton, I'm going to guess what they're saying. Lewis Hamilton, are you happy with that result? You know, starting in P6 and coming up to P3. Lewis said, well, you know, I just want to say, firstly, the fans have been amazing. Best fans. It's just so incredible to come here. Really for the support everywhere, for every team as well. I thought it was great, by the way, for Lando to get the P2. It's so cool to see McLaren team, you know, come up in a great result. But for me, also my brother here, and my dad as well. It's been a real sort of family thing for me. And yeah, I'm really happy with the result. You know, the first part of the race was difficult, and then we held out there. We hung in there on the tyres, came in under the safety car, and managed to just get past Oscar. He had an amazing drive, by the way. And then when I came out, and Oscar just had to really push and try and get Lando on the restart. You know, tried to get through a few times, but Lando had really good defense. Couldn't quite do it. That McLaren is just so fast, man. Just so fast on the straight line. We need to have a look at what they're doing with that thing and maybe tweak some stuff. You can see here on the screen, yeah, I thought about going up the inside of Cops, but hasn't worked out for me in the past. so didn't go for it this time. But it's just great to race here at Silverstone. Best fans in the world. And thank you so much, everyone, for coming out. Have a safe journey back. That's the Lewis Hamilton interview for you there. Welcome, Arvinda, Natasha. Crash Drives. Where were you born, bro? I was born in the United States, in Tennessee. The interview's still going on with Lewis Hamilton, so now I actually don't know what he's saying. But I'm pretty sure that's what he was saying before. Pretty damn sure. Navita says, bad drive for the Ferrari drive. By the way, don't go anywhere, everyone. We've got, in a couple of minutes, something very exciting is going to happen. We're going to get an inside look at the F1 at Las Vegas. Mr. Flash saying, really exciting day today. F1 never disappoints. Trust me, F1 can disappoint. But ever since we've been doing the live streams, every race has been so good. They're in the cool-down room now. Max is sitting in Lando's seat, and Lando's sitting in Max's seat. I bet some guy is going to come and tell them to swap because it's not good for the sponsors. So Max is sitting in the... Sorry, Lando's sitting in the P1 chair with Max's sponsors behind him. Lando's got a bit of a Declan Rice haircut. Great to hear, Lewis. Great drive, Lewis. Pick up rubber. Thanks, Playwright. Norris will be driver of the day for sure. Perez is still ahead of Fernando Alonso, but Lewis Hamilton is catching up with Alonso for the battle for third place in the WDC. But to be honest, no one really cares about third place in the World Drivers' Championship. Do they? Does it mean anything? You'd rather win races and come third. You'd rather win 2 races in the season, come 4th, than win no race and come third, surely. Maybe there's prize money involved, I don't know. I don't know. Lewis Hamilton is not in the cool-down room yet, so I don't know where Lewis Hamilton is. F2 sprint race was also dynamic and fun to watch. Good to hear. I think Ollie Beerman's doing quite well there, so is Doohan. Dominic Norris driver of the day. Could you do a Lando in 2? I have raced Lando Norris before. I've raced Lando Norris in F1. We've chatted together at Silverstone. I bum drafted him. Surely you've seen the video, everyone, of me racing Lando Norris. That should have been... I should have trailed this video with that. It's all smiles in there. It's a great feeling, everyone. Lando's got a very casual seating stance. Very sort of... Lando's sitting in a very metropolitan way. Very metropolitan seating stance from Lando. Mr. Flash, been watching F1 since Schumi was still racing. Hope he pulls through, my man still adds in the accident. That'll be a very good day for it. I think everyone will be happy if that happens, but we just don't know. Mercedes PT Constructors. Zach Brown and his wife with Christian Horner and his wife. Nicholas Hamilton, who I think I've raced as well, actually. And Anthony Hamilton there as well. And now the fans are rushing down for the podium. Sprinting. People are going to be losing their caps, losing their shiz, I am sure. Welcome, Chloe, as well to the channel. I think today we are going to hit. We are going to smash through. We're just 160 away. We are going to hit it. But I have something very, very, very exciting for you that I want to check if we're going to be ready for very soon. You know what it is. You don't want to miss this. Something crazy is about to happen. I don't think there's going to be any post-race penalties, by the way. So you see Lance Stroll, I think those penalties might have been applied on your screen. So you ended up finishing behind Nico Hülkenberg. There's 2 British drivers on the podium, by the way, at the British GP. Lando will get a huge cheer. Will we get a cheer for Max Verstappen? I hope so. I hope so. I feel like the relationships are thawing in Formula 1. Relationships are thawing. Remember, Lewis Hamilton had to say, please don't boo Max Verstappen. Before. That's what he needed to say. The race was really nerve-wracking. But yeah, it is a Max Verstappen victory again. But kind of an exciting race behind. Oscar Piastri, we would have loved to have seen him on the podium. First Australian on the podium since Mark Webber, who would have been driving for Red Bull. But we didn't quite get to see it. But great news from McLaren. McLaren, the real winners here. Mercedes looking strong as well in the race pace. Ferrari, I'm going to make a video on Ferrari and just work out what's going wrong with them. Sergio Perez as well, just having the weirdest season. The weirdest season for old Sergio Perez. Right, chat, here's what we're going to do. 900 people watching. We are now going to go to an exclusive. I'm going to show you an exclusive of the F1 circuit in Las Vegas. That is the link that you need to click or don't do anything. Either click that link or don't do anything. We're going to end this stream here and it will automatically take you through. It's going to automatically take you through to this world premiere of behind the scenes. If you love F1, you're really going to enjoy this. So go through there, leave your like on that video, see me in the chat, make sure you're subscribed as well. This is a really exciting premiere I'm going to show you. Let's do it right now. Let's go.